Doo-ba-doo. Oh, I might as well change the name. That'll do. And legitimate short sword. There we go. So, this is a fresh session of Saltmarsh side stories. Who wants inspiration by saying the title without looking it up?
Simon's surviving students sail seaward serendipitously.
Close, it was Surge.
Fuck.
Very close, though. Very close. So last time...
half inspiration.
Last time the party showed that they are... Last time the party showed they are really fucking awful people. Just the fucking worst. That applies to the players as well as the characters. But they set out on adventure again. Their objective? A rocky outcropping that was quite, well, significant looking, along with a ruined building that might have some clue as to what the fuck and why the fuck, but not where. Never where. But along the way, they happened upon an incident. Woman and fish beset by pursuers. Fiery lizard dudes. Fire newts. Who look adorable in their old art. They've got these massive chunky torso bodies and tiny limbs. The picture has one holding a pole arm, and he's got, because of how short his limbs are, there's no way he could swing it. But the 5e ones are gross looking things. The party, seeing that they were exhausted, weak, feeble, just mercilessly cut them down one by one. No non-lethal attacks, just absolute murder to the point of a golf swing. The battle is over. And that just leaves a woman who is being used as a hiding spot for a smaller fishman who looks distinctly different from the charred and see-through ones. She is also clutching to herself Vernon's Maul, but it is just encrusted with sea shit. Barnacles, anemones, all kinds of weird things that are still living upon it.
Is she naked like everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why was that so important?
Yeah. Yeah, Caden. Why was it so vital?
Fuck you, assholes.
Why'd you have to specify and make it weird?
I assume this individual isn't...
That was the one who got golf swung, so yeah, he's fucking dead.
I'm gonna go reclaim the arrow.
Yeah, it's easy to get the arrow back. I mean, give me an athletics, actually. Because, I mean, he was pasted against that, but then the arrow is also lodged in the hull of the little boat. Yeah, that's enough. It takes, like, it's not a dignified recovery. This is the one where you're having to wiggle it back and forth, fucking constantly to edge it out.
Squish it around.
Yeah, you're just really having to work it, manage it. It's not a case of you could look cool by just thunk, and it's out and in your hand. This is, for fuck's sake, come on, for fucking hell! Just a lot of squeaking and creaking. The woman is terrified, because what she has in front of her is the mudman who just...
Oh god, it's him in front of her.
Yeah.
I'll save you.
Who just smashed with an anchor the fire newt. A good, let's... How far did he go, really? Like a good 50 feet through the air.
Not to be a Debbie Downer, but for some strange reason, I can't pick up my token.
Stay there then.
There, can you delete my extra token? Because I created one I can move. Thank you. Well, I'm going to be heading on up there.
I'm just gonna breathe heavily, you know, as my rage ends.
I'm just going to kind of pat him on the shoulder, go there, and
As you walk up, Shelley, you can see him calming down by the fact his buttocks declench.
Oh, why?
He's wearing a skirt, but you know, there's a movement under the fabric.
Are you sure that the movement wasn't just the tail?
Well, that also probably relaxes.
Did you say if it was a human woman or?
Yeah, she is human.
I just kind of politely, hi there!
Hello.
It's okay. We're not here to hurt you. We were rescuing you.
We're here to save you.
Comes a voice from behind her.
He's coming down.
He's just a bit special. It's all right. Don't worry about him. He's just the mud man.
He looks human,
Oh,
but he's made
is.
of mud.
He's just. He likes to cover himself in mud.
Vernon, as you get a look at this woman, like, not Vernon specifically, but this is the kind of woman that other certain idiots in the realm, such as a Chicago or a Gunfer, would have fallen for while everyone pointed out,
Oh,
that
no.
bitch, don't stick your dick in that. She has severe crazy eye.
I'm gonna have to kill her to get my shit back.
Also, you notice that she's holding hands with a fishman behind her.
Are you two okay?
Yes, we're fine now. We are okay. Aren't we? I think we are.
Yeah,
She
you're
looks down.
okay.
We're okay, aren't we? Yes, we're fine. We're fine, I think.
Calm down. Take a deep breath.
I can't. I am panicking. This is a panic attack. How do you breathe in? I forget how to breathe in now.
Slow. Calm down. Have you guys been here long?
What's long? I mean, it's all been one day, hasn't it? It's just the one. It's just a very long day.
Okay, so you've been here a bit.
That's just the noise he makes with his mouth.
Does she look tired or like sleepy tired?
Oh yeah, big bags under the eyes. You
Sleep
mistook it for
tired.
makeup at
Yeah.
a distance.
What language does the fishman speak?
What languages do you know?
The aqua one.
He is not speaking Aquan.
Okay, that's what I had to ask. Okay, so it's all right. We have a safe place for you to go where you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Are you guys still, like, readying for action out there? Or have you just let
No.
your arms down by your sides?
Yeah.
You know, against the anchor.
Okay,
you know,
at
just-
which point now the fishman comes forward and bravely puffs out his chest to stand in front of her defensively.
Golf.
Now that he sees her as no threat. But as he's looking, he's looking around at you guys, except he's looking at half of you with one eye and the other half with the other eye.
Oh,
And once he's done looking at one of you with his left eye, it continues to move.
is he your friend?
I hope so.
We're not friends, we're long past that. This is my husband, as she leans her hands on top of his head.
Oh,
Lovely. Well, would you and your husband like to join us? We have a lovely, safe place.
A place that's safe? We had a place that's safe, we don't have one now. We also had a safe place before that, but we don't have that one now either.
what happened to those safe places?
Do you hear the dogs are barking? You guys do not hear any dogs.
Fuck off.
Well, at first I was on the beach by myself, and then my eventual husband, we were not together as a pair yet, he fished me out, he pulled me from the shore. Then we went a little bit inland, away from his friends, because he didn't like them anymore. He explained that to me. As he just sort of looks at her, makes a noise, and then nods his head. And then we found this little stone area together, and he would forage for me, he would bring back fish and water. And you look at her, she's, like, not malnourished, but you can tell that it's not been a ripe diet lately.
The rib cage is showing.
There is also a bit of knowledge. Shelley, you'd know. Like, a Kuatoa probably doesn't have problems with salt water.
She probably does. Okay, yeah. Okay.
And might not know that other people don't. She's looking like there is a proper craziness to her, but some of it could be heat delirium.
Yeah.
Especially talked about a cave.
we've managed to get a large group together.
Oh, but then they came back and they were different. They were all cooked and chunky, and I could see through a few of them. Could you see through them?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
those.
I thought I was blessed for a while when I first was able to see them. I thought a goddess had told me how to get their weakness, although I'm not a fighter. I couldn't lift a finger against them. So we ran. We ran from our cave, and we found other places. We were chased from those as well. Then most recently we came upon we made a little hut in the trees there, but we came down here now and again. I was strong enough now to forage and find things, and we found this wonderful thing that was probably going to save our lives, but it didn't. Despite how much we prayed to it, it didn't do anything. She puts her arms further around the mall.
My stick?
That's actually his maul.
No, it's a divine weapon. My husband informed me it was. He decorated it. We put it in a little shrine. We knew we had to keep it away from them.
All right. How about we make sure that you keep your divine object safe? We can go back to the ship, and we have a lovely little area where it'll be a lot easier, and you won't have to worry constantly about being under attack.
And there's food.
And your husband is perfectly welcome to accompany.
And now I'm just thinking about how the party last time simply had the motto, "Until they're no longer useful."
Yeah, once we get the item out of our hands.
Yeah, she's batshit crazy, and the guys back there are gonna instantly attack and kill that little dude.
Oh, maybe we should kill them. I'd rather have the weapon than them.
Wow.
Hey, Vernon, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. We could just take the weapon and still have the people.
Yeah.
Oh, should I golf swing the little one?
No.
I mean, look,
He'd go.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but like, she seems fucking crazy.
They're definitely not married.
Really, do we need crazy right
Hang
now?
on, Vernon, roll a perception check.
Yes.
As you say that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he only needed a 5. Because it's obvious that they're not wearing anything, except you do see really fancy engraved golden rings that they both have on their fingers.
Who the fuck officiated this?
You think for a moment, and considering it's the Holy Relic, probably your mall.
Fuck! Nah, now I have to pretend I'm some sort of paladin. Shit, okay.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's what
Go
that
ahead,
means.
buddy. Give it a
I'm
try.
gonna pretend to be a paladin.
Okay. Look.
Performance.
Fucking deception with disadvantage. Crippling disadvantage.
I'm going to point out something. She's clearly delirious. If she gets out of the heat, she's probably going to be all right.
Yeah.
Or
Should
maybe
probably
she's
ask us to kill the fishman.
No, we don't have to kill the fishman. Look, she's probably just drank too much seawater.
He's gonna be heartbroken.
He looks pretty
They
content
can
right
both
now.
come. Yeah, they can both come. We don't have to kill anybody.
But we could.
We don't do that here.
We just killed like 5 things.
Those were wanted to kill.
They were
everybody
exhausted and wounded and pathetic.
else. There's the difference between things that want to kill you and things that don't. You don't kill things that don't want to kill you.
Also, I'm not saying that you're wrong. However, we've been on this island together for a while now, and you might not kill everything you meet, but so far the track record for us is more of a loose sort of set of guidelines.
You have a lot of people back there that you haven't killed.
Yet.
Vernon,
Fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
I'm just saying, it's I wouldn't say that we don't do this here.
I think we should at least always be prepared.
Is
to do a
Azur
murder.
trying to say what happens on the island stays on the island?
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't dig my heels into a a moral code just yet, you know?
She puts her hands on her hips. You don't kill people unless you have to.
Vernon,
That's murder. It's frowned upon.
but it's not illegal here.
You don't know that. Who's in charge of this place?
As he poses.
There we go.
No.
I'll just bring him back to the place if there's a
No,
big
no.
deal.
He told me himself, among his people, he is a king. It's just they're currently being mismanaged. He was usurped most ruthlessly.
So he's
Actually,
a
might make sense.
shitty king.
He stares at you, Azur. Then he looks away from... The moment you show any sign of, like, fuck you, he looks away.
Yeah.
He's not...
My kinda king.
He's not even gonna nudge, let alone push.
All right. Point is, let's all go back. We can all rest up, and we can. Yes, let's go.
Okay, let's should we like let's do like a convoy and protect the king here, just to make sure none of our sailors at home is taken. We should protect him, you know, like a royal convoy.
Oh my
You can
god.
explain it, and I'm pretty sure they'll understand. He also doesn't look like the other ones, so that'll go a little bit in his favor.
And if they don't understand, Vernon will just grab his anchor a little bit tighter.
Yeah, they're gonna kill him on sight. I'm calling it now.
They might try.
Well, yeah, they don't really have anything they can really do it with.
The fanfish is making equipment back there, so yes, they might.
Wait, do lizard folk in Kuatoa have an issue?
Not really.
No, but he is making weapons and equipment that others can use.
Well, I'm sure he won't give it to the sailors without our permission. Well, he might.
Zero fucking trust in any part of this.
I just thought I was sure.
I don't think it's going to be a problem. All we say is, hey, we've got him coming with us. He's all right. And I don't think anybody's going to try to just off and murder people, because that's not what normal people do.
All right, now on to the one important thing here. How are we gonna get my shit back from her?
We'll talk it over once she's a little bit more rested and lucid.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'm not gonna steal it.
You could ask for it.
Yeah.
As you realize she's been listening to your little huddle.
Hey, what's up?
Because you were just doing it right in front of him.
I thought we did ask for it back, and she said, no, it's a holy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant you can take it.
Oh, great. You want to trade?
Oh, wow.
It's still a powerful holy... I could not carry that. I can barely carry this.
Okay, I'll take both.
Wait, why is it holy?
Cause it's mine, moron.
Well, it's a holy weapon. My husband here blessed it.
I
What?
swear to God, if it's a magic item now.
It's just a stick.
Now it's covered in all kind of sea troll, though.
That's a pointy stick.
It's a barnacle basher.
I'm Barnacle Boy now. Forget Mudman.
Just anything that clings to him, he'll worship. Soon he'll be Leechman.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll appreciate having his mall back. So
What do you
let's
think?
go.
My padded armor, inflated only with my own blood. Anyone else a bit tired?
He's like a Kuatoa.
While we're walking back, I'll just be like, so
Oh,
what are
hang
your
on
names?
now, motherfuckers.
We have to kill more thing?
Potentially, yes.
Woo!
Because there is smoke rising from the forest to the south.
Oh, that's fun.
We can ignore that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fine.
Unless it's
That's
coming towards
normal here.
us.
Should we maybe get like off the top of this rock and hide somewhere in case it's coming, you know, like a thing?
Yes.
Great.
But
And
then
just-
some of them break for tree line. You can see approaching, although still a bit far away. Like, you know, they're also one movement phase off the board, basically.
Hmm.
You can see some crispy Kuatoa. A number of them.
Oh shit.
How big a number?
I'm not sure. Considering how the party acts, I'm not sure if I can count that high.
You can use it. Doesn't need more than 2 hands.
Yes.
Not wearing shoes.
Okay.
My count, so 7.
But there's also a lot of smoke billowing out from around them, and you can see that while they are the crispy kind with the big chunks of charnel on them, they are glowing. There is a deep red flowing through the cracks in them. They're also moving a bit more coordinated than previously you've seen them.
Huh.
And while he's in heavy obscurement, I'm just going to put him on the board so you guys can see him. It's a little custom token. I found the perfect fucking art for it. Is a humanoid figure that is just billowing smoke from all around it. It's only person size. I've just inflated it so you can see the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like someone has set that person alight and they have never stopped burning.
We get it, you vape.
Shelley blinks at that, turns to everybody, says, "Let's go now."
Yep.
Back down from where we came.
And they are fucking racing ahead of you guys.
Wait, my stick!
This way. Follow us. We know where we're going.
Yeah, as they got to the bottom of the stairs, they started looking side to side. And then finally follow you.
Alright, yeah, let's get him. And we went this way, if I recall, right?
Yeah,
For
we can
purposes
attack.
of evading, though, I'm going to want an athletics roll from each of you.
Athletics.
Yeah, just, it's athletics to run fast. You're pumping your muscles.
Ah!
Wow, and then the best one to do it.
I'm just gonna fall into the water, I guess. Just trying to run on the
Like
side.
this is you guys running on sand. It's pretty tricky.
Yeah, you can faceplant really easy on that.
Plus, I'm wearing high heels.
Oh, they're magic high heels, though. You've never had a problem keeping your balance. Mental balance, you're completely fucked on that account.
Oh yeah.
And thanks to Azure, you succeed to get away.
Yay!
You run and pant. Some of you dip into the water. It feels a little bit easier to run there until it starts to squish under your feet and spread. But you're all just fucking legging it. Anyone look back?
I
Fuck
probably
no.
would.
I would look back to see if they're following.
Yeah.
What? You see that they're looking in your direction, but a few are being... Like, the smoldering figure you can just about make out. It's gesturing to the bodies, and the Kuato are immediately descending upon them and stabbing them repeatedly. And they just move from one to the next, just utterly puncturing them with spears.
Well, I probably could have killed all then.
Huh.
Then they turn to start giving chase, but by that point you guys are quite far away. And I assume you'd probably want to hide from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll duck up into the tree line or something, yeah.
Yeah, there's a tree line, there's rocky outcroppings. You could just try to submerge for a while.
I do like that plan.
Then again, the waters at the beach edge are pretty clear. You might have to go deep, and then you look at some party members. I mean, 2 of those are cats. They don't want to get wet, do they?
Well, what we could do is have some of you hide up in some caves, and then those of us who can chill under the water, we chill under the water. And then if you're discovered, then we can pop out and pincer maneuver them.
Or
Scuttles
if we're
likes this
discovered,
idea.
We can stay under the water because we know that. Fun fact: those guys will literally hurt themselves if they touch the water. So y'all can go out in the water or into the tree line. I can just chill,
I think we just keep running, probably.
That is also an option.
Yeah, keep running.
The question is, do we want to take them back to our camp, though? Risk them coming back and finding our camp?
Well, we have watches set up. I mean, they were there before. They just haven't been there since. I mean, I'm sure they'll come back eventually. pretty conspicuous place, I think.
I mean, even from this distance, you can in fact see the penis.
Yeah.
It's a little bit obscure because there's a shape that goes in front of it now and again.
Like a cloud?
No, your fucking lookout.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Are
a
there
dude up there who
clouds?
is trying desperately to cling to the security of his masculinity.
Trying in vain.
He just likes climbing all over the large penis.
It gets lonely on the ocean. Not everywhere has female sailors.
We'll be right back.
So, what's the party's choice? Come on, time's ticking.
Do we want to wait, or do we want to just go straight back?
I think make a retreat for now and see which way they go. If they keep following us, then we might have to deal with them before we go back to the camp.
Okay.
Is that a consensus?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, another athletics. Unless you got something else you want to put forward. Because you are just pushing your muscles.
24!
Looking good. This time Azur's the one who gets a little bit winded, but everyone else just fucking picks him up and keeps going. You're also able to help out your two new escorts. But hey, you're running for quite a while. You keep looking back now and again. Anytime you get to a nice rocky defile or a nice little cluster where there's crabs pulling about, it looks like you're not being followed. You can see the smokestack of that figure. It doesn't go high into the air, like it gets blown around too much, but it's not gotten any closer and it's getting further away at this point. You believe you've evaded pursuit.
Oh, good.
You are also, a day's travel away from your home.
Yeah, I think we're probably good to head straight back.
But
Is there
after
anything
all-
else we needed to do in this direction?
Well, but after all this running, a lot of rushing, your pillow is still there. Your sand face mask.
Ha! Excellent. The short rest right here.
Hey, you guys want to take a short rest?
I don't really need one.
Because,
I guess I could go for some hit dice.
you're also realizing, man, a bit hungry. It's been a day since you've ate.
Maybe we should go try to grab up some of those crabs.
For a quick snack.
Yeah.
How would Scuttles feel about that?
Crabs eat crabs.
True.
You just watch him corner one of the smallest ones and then just mash. As he then picks through it. Give me a survival check, whoever is foraging.
I will.
I can accompany for protection at least. There. Wow.
Shelly, this is just second nature to you. In fact, as a sea elf, you don't even really bother with tools. You're able to pick out the ones that look the healthiest and the biggest. Ginny, with that survival roll, you think you got better pickings in the forest. Sadly. There's a buzz again. Most of the insect life has been pretty much absent here, but there is a great buzzing around you.
Oh.
If you look up to the tree, you can see this big clump of papery material. But you can also see like finger-long insects climbing out of it. Stripes,
Yeah, no.
Oh,
spikes.
shit.
They're
Yeah,
also...
I'll leave that one.
Well, here's the thing. They noticed you. More of them are coming out of a hive now, and as you're noticing, It's hard to make them out because the air around them is wavering.
Oh, great.
Like it's hot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm sure they don't shoot magma into your veins. Oh,
Fight some fucking dire bees, but they're on fire because fuck you.
let's run from some dire bees. I'm not fighting shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way back
All right.
with the quickness.
That's an attack of opportunity, I suppose. Because they are just flooding towards you. What are you going to do, Catman, to get away?
I mean,
It's Jackie Chan shit
can't
or something.
really disengage or something, can I?
Well, yeah, I mean, but are you going to quickly exit as quick as you can? You going to do something else, distract them?
Think there's anything else I can do?
I mean, you know what happens
I
with
don't
all the
have-
you know what happens with all the trees and fruits in this place.
Yeah.
You could just run. That is perfectly viable.
Is there anything near that hive?
There's a couple of juicy fruits.
Ah, juicy fruit.
Hmm.
I mean, you are fast as a cat.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
real
I don't
fast,
do
so
any-
running is a perfect option if he wants to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run.
You just fucking book it out of there. It's that thing of he's moving very slowly forward at first, then noticing, and then just like any other cat, he just fucking darts the other way. There's not even a scrabble of claw, he's just fucking gone. So unfortunately you come out empty-handed. Might have been cool to have some hot honey. Or whatever protein is in those things. Yeah, probably
Hot
wasn't any honey.
honey is only good in tea, and it's too damn hot for tea.
It's also good on
Or
toast.
cooking.
Or for wounds.
Yeah.
For burns, ironically. But yeah, luckily, like, Shelley, even with the assistance of Vernon, you guys are able, and probably the rest of you just picking up a few things now and again. Like, there's a few fallen fruits. It's easy enough on the outskirts. Although you do hear the buzzing, and then you see fucking Ginny book it out. He is just a blue blur passing you guys. So you think, maybe not go any deeper. We'll stay at the egg. We'll stay at the skirt of it.
If I could, I'd like to spend the majority of this time picking up a few things, like you said, here and there, but mostly keeping an eye on the smokestack and seeing if it gets closer.
It's getting further away.
Good, good, good.
It's going towards the direction you guys were heading.
I feel like Azure's anxiety trumps a midday snack.
You also get to watch as the Kuatoa marches proudly towards the ocean, belly flops into it, and then just starts fucking flailing and dragging himself along. It's kind of like watching a toddler swim.
Huh. Is he learning?
She is clapping.
Oh no.
I think he might be trying to dredge up some food.
And as he finally breaks, goes down under the water, you can still see him in the clear water. Just fucking, the limbs are going every other direction. It's like a panicking frog kind of look to it. But he comes back with a fish, sort of. I mean, it too small to have all those letters attached to it. And it's impaled on one of his teeth. It might have swam there to try and clean him out. But he does slide it off and just offers it to her. And you watch as she picks up this still kind of living fish and just crunches on it.
That's the honeymoon period, I guess.
Did we get their names?
Doesn't matter.
No.
It has no bearing on the story.
You
whatsoever.
you were about to ask their names, and then we had to run.
Oh yeah, that's right. While she's chomping down, I will just ask her, so, what's your name?
She's taken, asshole.
Yeah.
And where'd you find that stick?
It's right there.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna
She
fuck with
says her
Gracie,
name
but
is Selena Merkwitter.
What's your husband's
And
name?
your husband's name?
It's a hard one to pronounce, I know, but it's very dignified sounding, don't you think?
Is it or
If she's making that noise, I'm just gonna pat her back, like trying to get her to cough it up.
You,
humans don't have hairballs, my friend.
Bakuatoa, still dripping, like sort of steps in front of you to block you from his woman. You know for a fact you could just poke him. Like, Ginny, you are weak. He is feeble. He's got less muscle mass than Azure,
Aye.
who is actually statistically stronger than Ginny.
So, what were you doing before you came to this island?
Oh, my life before then, who really cares? I mean, it's nothing important. Now I'm in a true, happy, loving relationship, and I have everything I need. That was a delicious fish that he found there. You can see
What
she's
are
turning a
her
little
eyes
green.
doing as she's saying this?
They are looking around. Not slowly, they are darting to places. The few times she locks onto you, they stay there for a little too long.
We could just murder him.
I'll leave it at that for now. If you want to tell us, you'll tell us.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose we have to fill the time with conversation and just learn about each other. Yes, I mean, I don't even know any of your names. Huh.
I only have one question for you.
I just about remember mine. I don't even know.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes, it is. You think there's a question mark there? It's really hard to tell.
Have you ever seen any other humans or anything that talks besides through?
Oh, yes, I lived in a
thing?
great village. There was many
I mean,
people.
here on the island.
No,
don't care about
no,
any
not at
more.
all. None.
Oh, yeah. You found the worst group possible then.
We should leave.
No,
Yes.
you're all right. Don't worry. Just ignore him.
Is she with him? With him?
Should we kill the king? I mean, I'm just.
No.
Regicide up in here?
No, let's not kill the king.
Holy fuck.
Might help, is all I'm saying.
No, it won't. So wait, let's come sit down. We'll have a nice little meal. We'll rest up, and then we'll get going again.
We'll cook the food for once. I'm sure that'll be a nice change for our guest.
You watch the king, though, as he looks to the sky for a moment, and he points at the mall. Points at the ground, while making all kinds of squirting sounds.
Can I have it? Your Honor? I mean, Your Highness?
Oh, it's time for prayer.
Oh, I can do that.
So you just see his big webbed fingers reaching out from the ball, takes it, plants it in the dirt. Not upright or anything, just sort of tosses it, like he can barely lift it. It's just lumped there. But he kneels there, arms out, and then continually spits on it. Before then, you hear a thunk as he brings his head down on the head of it very quickly.
Ah, I do that all the time.
Well, that explains a great deal.
The sand around the sand around the mall is getting darker and damper.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna pray too. I mean, I'm gonna imitate him very loosely.
No.
Oh no.
I'm gonna spit on them all.
She actually goes to stop him. No, just come here, sit by the fire,
I
Have a
must
crab.
pray. I must pray. I am a holy man.
sit down. You can pray later.
And he starts, it's kind of singing, sort of. Like, none of the sounds are melodious, none of them flow together. But you imagine that long a chain must be some kind of prayer or song. He's doing it a lot. sometimes rocking from side to side, other times he just seems to lean right back until you think his knees are about to give out. Then he makes a sand angel. A very tubby one.
This is just like fun. This is just like a fun playtime. Vernon wants to do all this shit.
As he sweeps up mounds of sand and buries them all for a moment before very quickly, like, feverishly digging it out. As if, no, wait, that was a mistake. But yeah, the area around him, for a good 5 feet, is just soaked.
What a strange man.
I'm concerned.
I feel some kinship with him. I
And
don't know what it is.
And as she's watching this, as the king finishes, you hear Selena do the kind of laugh, like, as she just gives a couple of claps, and then she settles down again and just stoic-faced. But she's really breathing heavily now.
I wanna huddle up with the party really quick. Gang. Hey, gang. Guys. I think it might be for the best if we confiscated them all forever.
I mean, didn't she give it back to you?
Yeah, but I don't know if we should let them do any more of that praying bullshit. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Don't get me wrong.
I don't.
This is a Christian island, sir.
I think this might be more than a little bit of heat stroke.
You know what? Shelley hasn't rolled yet for Kuatoa. Maybe a nature roll. You are aware of the nickname of the Kuatoa, the God Makers. You also know that they are, every single one of them from birth to death, batshit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about
Okay.
the Godmaker thing.
I'm going to point out that this actually is very normal behavior for Kuatoa. I think he's made your mall into a god. They do that.
That's way cooler than anything I could have done.
And yeah, that's normal behavior for Kuatoa.
Okay, normal for them or not, I don't know that we need this in our little circle. Also, I think we should be asking Selena to blink twice if she needs help, because I'm starting to get really concerned at this point.
What if she just blinks like and doesn't stop blinking and just like blinks a lot?
Then that probably means she needs help desperately.
That's why I think if we just get her back to where we are, then maybe it can solve the problem.
Azor, you see that a heavy wave splashed the two of them. There are some grains of sand on her eyes and she's not blinking.
Oh, she's super gone.
I mean, I just, we could put them both out of their misery. I mean,
But then the king comes along. He goes back to her, plucks each grain off with his big, long, weird-looking fish hands, and smooths her hair out.
Does she blink after she gets the sand out?
Yeah.
Okay.
She also gains an expression on her face, like it's no longer just a solid sort of mask.
She's having a good time.
She seems relaxed, neutral. No longer tensed up.
Guys, she's gonna kill someone. She's gonna fucking snap, and we're all gonna die.
Yeah, and you guys said I was fucking crazy for thinking murder is always the right answer.
It's not. Oh, it most certainly is not always the right answer. But honestly, she's freaking me the fuck out.
Okay, but I wanna keep the king alive to understand how he pissed all over my mall and why he did that.
Disagree.
He's making.
He didn't piss on it, he spat on it. And then it made the sand around him damp. The mall did, not him.
Look. Okay, let me explain this again. Kuatoa make gods. So if they think something is a god, it becomes a god. So
And
whatever
you
he
don't
did,
see the problem with this?
I think it's great.
I think it's not.
I think it's fucking
I
fantastic.
mean, a high-level cleric would know that The amount of worship and devotion is what makes a god.
Point is, let's just get her back. Get some real food in her, because she's
Yeah, that
probably
would-
delirious from hunger.
That would help, yeah.
It'll probably solve 99% of the problems.
Also, maybe fresh water instead of salt water for once might do
Yes.
some good.
I mean, and the other problems are still the fact that she's fucking crazy.
She might not be crazy once she's not.
I think you're heavily overestimating how much water and food is gonna do here.
She did marry a Kuatoa, but he is royalty. I don't know if she's all crazy.
She's delirious from the salt water, which makes most people crazy. And she hasn't been eating nutritious food. That makes you go bonkers. She probably will clear up in a couple of days.
Okay, hear me out here. Okay, this is gonna sound really fucking awful, and it is, but hear me out.
Ready for it? Hit us with
So, I'm just thinking, if she stops being crazy and realizes she doesn't want to be married to a fish man,
it.
then he might get mad, and I don't mean, I'm just thinking maybe we should just keep on feeding her salt water so she stays crazy, so they stay together.
Why
No.
Why would they
Why?
want to be crazy? If she doesn't want to be married.
Jeez.
What is wrong with you people?
I said it was gonna sound awful. Okay.
Okay.
Do not assume we're him.
I understand where you're coming from, sort of, not really. Not gonna go too far into that. But just gonna point out there, Vernon. More than likely, you see how he's acting, right? If she were to say no and put her foot down, he's gonna whimper, right?
True.
So, like, if that does happen, we can always just put our foot down and he'll back the fuck off.
We'll just like give her a flash water or something.
But also,
idea.
I don't think it'll come to that because I think she's gone. She's gone.
She is just crazy. She was probably crazy to begin with, and this just made it worse.
I mean, not gonna lie, sometimes you just can't fix something.
I'm gonna point out I've seen all this stuff before. Yeah, in theory maybe it's not fixable, but it's probably fixable.
It's worth trying.
Exactly.
Sure, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
maybe
give it a shot.
keep
One
an eye
thing at a
open and get ready to shank her if at any given moment.
I am 100% ready to do that as it stands right now.
Well, don't do it without a consensus.
Why'd you stop? Carry on.
No, all I said was don't do it without a consensus.
So you have a nice meal.
She's gonna fucking kill us.
Headset turned off.
And Shelly will try very hard to get her to eat some of the crab.
Oh yeah, when she's offered food, she accepts it. But she also gives half her portion to her husband.
Which would be fine.
That's fine.
Yeah,
He himself does not approach you guys. But he does. But whenever you offer her food, he looks... I mean, to the degree that you can interpret his fishy expression, he seems okay with it. He seems to like the idea of it.
I mean, in theory, if we had enough, I'd offer him some.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have enough base camp. If it wasn't for all those bees, I'd try to get some fruit in here and make it something interesting.
Well, I mean, if we had enough crab, I'd try to offer him some.
Oh yeah. Like, there's
I'll try
enough...
to befriend-
There's generally enough for him. It's just... He doesn't approach you guys. That's all.
Oh yeah, but I would go offer it.
Yeah, he accepts. You get some bubbling noise from him.
You're welcome, and then I go back.
Although you do see as you walk away that he smears some of the crab meat onto his head first, and then starts to eat at the shell.
Huh.
Before, at the end of the
Yeah.
meal, he runs his hand back down to scoop up all the smeared meat and then just stuff it into his maw.
Okay.
Yeah.
It ages well, I hear.
And so you cramp down for the night after a bit more traveling. Again, it's the same sands. It's the same approach. No sign of Truth hunting around. Mind you, she's quite sneaky that way. And you assume nighttime approaches. Like, the sun seems to be setting. Not that it matters. And it's time to bed on down. Are you going for a beach or in the trees?
We've moved past the nest of horrible hornets, right?
Yeah. Yeah, another like hour or two of travel. At this point, though, the feet are aching.
Let's go with the beach again. I do not trust going into there.
Plus, we can keep it out for the smokestack if he shows up again.
Mm-hmm. And we can resume what we were doing with the half water crew, half land crew.
And I can make my little pillow again.
All right. Who votes that Vernon does the very last watch?
I do.
Good idea. After what happened last time.
All right. So, what are the watch setups? Do you get your escorts to help out?
I want to try to communicate with the king. I want to see if I can watch with him, actually.
Oh no.
He's, Selena looks. Oh yes, we'll help. Yes, I'll be there as interpreter.
That would probably be helpful. Although, yeah, that would probably be helpful.
Shelly looks at that for a moment and then says, I think I'll sleep through the first two and then I can be up for the third and fourth.
Ginny
Another
will
interpreter on the other side.
We'll keep watch with Vernon.
I'll take
Just because
further.
I'm pretty sure Vernon's gonna be more into the conversation.
All right, who's first watch then? Is it Rainy?
Yep.
I assume second would be Azur then.
I take it that would be the case, considering we've got a 4-man squad in the early morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on my
Actually,
own.
a 5-man squad.
Look at the bright
Yeah.
side. You don't have to prioritize who's got dark vision.
Yeah.
So as Azur and Shelly go underwater, wedging themselves under the anchor. Rainy. It's broad daylight, but everyone's camping down. Would have been nice to have a bedroll or something apart from more sand, because you've been shaking it out of your fur since you arrived on the island. It's always going to be there. It just gets everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's also rough and coarse.
And it gets everywhere.
I already said that.
Oh god, that again.
Where does it get?
Gets everywhere.
Everywhere.
Damn. Really?
And let's be honest here, Vernon would kill all of them, the
He
women, the
would.
children.
He would kill all the sand people.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great thing in fucking Warhammer when they said, how do you describe this action scene? No, wait, I got a better idea. I'm like Anakin with younglings. Alrighty. Okay, perception check. As you're pacing about, patrolling, keeping an eye out, Scuttles, of course, keeping watch as best he can. Lots of stab wounds in the sand because of it. You do notice the sleeping arrangements. You see Selena and the king curled up. She's the little spoon. He's the sugar spoon, but he's on the back position. You see Vernon, the mudman. Everyone's reliable one. You also see Whooperting hiding in the bushes. He thought he was hiding, but he quickly ducks down again whenever your eyes pass over him.
I can see you there.
You see a dwarf arm reach across to shake a nearby bush instead of a one he's in.
You do know that the arm has two different ends. One with a hand and one that's connected to the rest of the body.
You see a stone sail out from the bush to hit a tree a little bit to the right. Well, a bit of a distance.
You can come out of the tree. You can come out of the bush. Just
You hear a muttered curse in Dwarvish, and then you get the impression he's going deeper into the forest.
Oh, well. Suppose I'll pass on that information.
We're being hunted by our own party.
Apart from that, though, you look around to make sure about the smokestacks and all. You do feel in the ground. Some of you would as well, but you're mostly asleep. There's a vibration to the ground, very faint though. You're only really picking up because of the sensitive paw pads.
Hmm.
Oh shit, there's sand in my nose. Ah.
Ends with incident.
Does it
Parf.
feel like it's coming from directly underneath me or from the direction?
Nah, it feels like it's something from a distance. Like, the best thing you could equate to would be a stampede, but from, like, this is bigger, but very far away.
Alright, but I can't really feel like a general direction for it.
No.
Okay.
But that's your watch over.
Yep.
So, you have to swim down to wake up Azur. Or send in Scuttles, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna send in Scuttles.
Azur, your first moments of waking up is there's a giant crab with its claw on your leg, dragging you towards land. It's a familiar crab, but still, holy shit, that's a big claw. And your ankle looks very small.
Well, I mean, it's better than viewing the front of the crab.
Just slowly drag myself out. Alright.
You now have a tiefling to debrief.
Just posting a crab face.
Alright.
Alright, so there's not much to report. There's a slight vibration in the ground, but that's something very far off. I motion to the bush. Whooperting is out there. I could recognize the arm
Oh, you also saw his face.
and his face.
It's a case of where you were looking, you saw his face above a bush, and then he quickly ducks his face down.
So he seems to be stalking us, but he's not doing that well a job. But he also did not come out when I asked him to, and instead seemed to go further in. So I suspect he's up to no good.
That's fun. Alright. Well, I'm gonna situate myself up in a semi-comfortable position to begin watch.
Give me a perception.
Okay.
I mean, how
How'd
much
I do,
should...
Coach?
Well, you got a 7. Not a lot's really catching your interest. I mean, you can't stop taking your eyes off the cute couple. Because you're worried she's going to get up and fucking stab you in the neck.
Yeah.
Like, you look at him and think, oh, I could fucking take him in a fist fight, no problem there. But her, you just keep thinking, I'm going to wake up and she's going to have my dick in her hand and she's going to throw it into the ocean.
What the fuck, Corvus?
That was a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
I know it is, but what the fuck?
And the guy got it reattached and became a porn star.
Oh my God.
That's the true ending to that story.
That's the true ending of that story, yes.
Yeah. So it might not be all bad, but that's just the impression of how fucking crazy Azur thinks that she is.
Knows how
Yeah.
much he knows.
I'm not gonna disagree with you there on this one.
Like, he wouldn't be thinking pleasant thoughts about her. Like, in your mind somewhere, you're just picturing that you're sitting at a dinner table with her, she opens up a pot and you just see Rainy's head floating in it.
Oh, shit. I hate getting fur in my food.
Well, when the fur is the food.
But with that, you're just not too focused. Oh, that shouldn't have been the GM. I'll roll it again, but it was a 25, so it does hit.
Oh.
There we go. No, not you!
As if it was gonna be him.
And, it's an automatic crit since you're asleep, so I'll add in the extra dice there. As Vernon jolts awake, because
Shit.
Whooperting has punched him directly in the balls.
Well, I was sleeping on my chest. Oh, I was wearing a skirt, actually.
Yeah, he could still get there. And now it's even worse because it's been mashed against the ground.
Oh, he's gonna die tonight, boys.
Vernon,
I
you're now
only have 16
awake
hit points.
with 11 damage on your balls.
Yeah, no, I wasn't not at full health either. This hurts. I rage.
And Azur,
I mean,
You hear the noise as you just look back. You think, how long was I looking at her? As you see that there's this big dug-in track of a dwarf who has just scampered across the sand to do this deed.
He's gonna fucking die.
Oh shit.
And there's something heard above the sound of Vernon. It's "Fuck you!"
Vernon will fucking scream as he rages, you know, into the dirt directly because he still has his face in the mud. So it's not very loud.
It is higher pitched.
Yes, it's not sounding. It sounds more like me than he actually would.
Oh crap.
I warned you.
There is fury in the dwarf's eyes.
I do feel a little bad, but then also kind of, you know,
I mean, you've got to ask yourself this question, Azor. If you'd seen him, would you have stopped it?
I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of convinced that I should tell people that I totally saw it coming and allowed it to happen so that it doesn't look like I was being shit up.
At least you're gonna wake up the next person.
Oh, they're probably already awake.
Yeah, anyone on land is now awake.
Well, if you remember, I'm the next person, and I'm under the water.
Yeah.
To his credit, though, you see that the king scrabbles in front of his wife.
Good. It's good. Can I hit Wooperting now?
I
would
mean,
like to take my action.
you turn around, you look at a
Rage.
furious fucking dwarf.
Yes. Since pretty sure I stood next to my anchor. I would
No,
like to
your
grab
anchor is
the stand.
underwater, keeping Shelly
Oh
comfortable.
yeah, shit, I forgot. I'm just gonna punch him.
Your maul is nearby.
I probably shouldn't use that for this. It's just gonna
You were going to use an anchor, but you weren't going to use your hammer.
But always try to grab the anchor.
No, it's a fair distance away underwater.
Yeah. So where? How far would I be sleeping away from the? Is the king like watching them all, or is it just like sitting?
The king?
Yeah,
He's standing like he's in a fighting pose. He's got his little fists up, but he can't really make fists because of his long ass fingers.
Well, I
Mr.
wanna. Yes, no.
When I get the chance to fire off a spell, I would like to do so. They can continue their little spat.
Yeah, I think for the purposes of this, though, I think Vernon gets first blow.
Yeah. I assume so. So whenever I would be able to, just let me know.
So if I don't disengage, will I have time to get to my maul, grab it, and then get back here?
This is less of a proper fight. Like, this is a brawl here if you want to go this far.
I'm just gonna punch him out then. Okay.
Just gonna whack him?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're still
whack him.
prone.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably stand up first, slowly, carefully, gingerly.
As you
know,
get
with
up, you do realize
very
one
wide.
thing. You've got your tackle still in his easy range.
Oh, I'm gonna put him down pretty quick. I swear. I could probably suplex a dwarf, right?
Potentially, they're quite hefty.
Yeah, but I mean.
It's
about the
not
right
like he's a
size
lotus or anything. He's not a built dwarf.
Yeah, and he's had a few days of starvation, I assume. Well, very little food.
He survived purely on beard hair and hate. So he's actually quite
Yeah.
well full.
Yeah, if I want to grapple him and try to suplex him.
Alright, roll a grapple then. He will try to get out of it.
Alright. And then, yeah, this is a strength check, so since I'm raging.
Athletics, yep. You have him grappled.
Now, is it going to be another action to suplex him, or can...
No, you want to turn this into attack, go ahead.
Okay.
It's going to be... I mean, you don't have any hand-to-hand skill or anything. But I'll say
No,
it'll
I'm
be a
just gonna-
D8.
Yeah, I'm just throwing him at the ground, pretty much.
And he does not fall properly. So yeah, he takes the 5 damage. But now it's Azur's turn.
I would like to cast Blindness Deafness
It's wise.
on Vernon.
Con
Is it?
save?
Is it allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah, con save. I know, it's weird.
Fuck!
Yes.
The
Okay.
only time someone doesn't save was your fucking spells.
Which means, of course, Wubberting has advantage as he's on his back and you're hunched over him, but that means it's still in range. Yes! You take 11 damage to your nutsack.
I feel good about what I've done here.
You're gonna die next, is your?
And because it's the balls, you don't get your barbarian resistance.
Really?
Yeah?
Ow.
If he'd hit you,
Unfortunate.
if he just punched you normally, it would have been resisted, but he's getting you right in the soft anglers.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do next.
And he just, and once again, you're face to face with him as he screams out, "Fuck you!"
Oh, I can't see. Oh wait, I'm deaf.
Oh,
I'm
you're
just
blind.
Actually, it's only one. Okay. Oh, I can't see this motherfucker. I can't see you, Ting, but I'm gonna fucking.
He's still in your arms.
Yeah. So, do I have a decent idea of where his head is? Like, is that
Yeah, you know exactly where he is. You still got him held.
right? So his head is like potentially within like headbutt range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead,
Especially
I wanna
when you
bite his
feel
fucking
like the
face.
hot breath of them
I just
yelling
wanna
at
bite
you.
as much of his face as possible.
You wanna
biting
bite him?
above the beard.
Oh my
I'm biting
God.
like kind of
Oh
like
my
Richie's
god,
nose
okay,
area.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Richie's nose type area. I just want to like just rip off as much skin as possible.
Roll an attack.
Okay, is this just like a D20 plus strength, or how's this
Well,
work?
it's just like a normal attack. Like, it's an unarmed attack.
Okay, so I have an unarmed right here. Wow. Wait, I'm raging. I'm
No,
raging.
no,
I'm raging.
It was a straight... It doesn't matter. It was a straight roll because you're blind and he's prone.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you miss. You try to bite down. This is fucking unnerving for him. Azur. Also, Ginny and Rady, you are awake. You are witnessing
He's
this.
just gonna wake up. He's just gonna lean up against a rock and watch.
I need healing. I need healing.
Rainy?
Fuck it. I'll blind the dwarf as well.
Well, hang on though, hang on. Is Rainy doing anything?
Okay.
I'm gonna try and separate the two.
Nah, don't do that. This is entertaining.
Well, that could be your action, Azor. You could try to convince her, talk her down.
Nah, this is more entertaining.
You could blind her.
People try to punch each other and accidentally hitting the cat, breaking him up. Nah, I like this more.
All right. I'll need a strength from you, Rainy, as you try to pull Vernon's arms off of Whooperting.
This is gonna not be good.
Ginny's gonna turn to Azure. The dwarf started it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey!
However,
oh,
he
shit.
does get the roll to resist, because I'm assuming you don't want to let go of him, Vernon.
No, I'm gonna stay attached to Whooperting.
And you're
I don't
also
wanna-
raging, so you do get advantage on this athletics.
Yeah. This could still go very poorly. It's only a +5. Oh.
Rainy managed to slip your hands off, because you don't have you're not able to reaffirm your grip and adjust it because you're fucking blind right now.
Break it up, you two. Break it up.
Murder!
Fuck you! Also,
I'm gonna kill that fucker. His eyes are mine. I'm taking his eyes.
there's a meaty dwarf arm that just sails slightly below the meat and two veg.
I felt that, you motherfucker.
You do. You feel a draft.
I'm taking your eyes.
Also,
and your
roll a
ears and
con
your
save
fucking
to see if if you're no longer blind.
nose. This will be good, yes. Finally.
You're no longer
Okay.
blind. You see him as he's about to take that swing right between the legs, and you're just able to raise yourself up.
That's unfortunate.
Well, he gets a save on it.
You're next, blue boy.
Top of a round, as it is.
Please thought to wake up the other person.
Vernon,
I would have thought you would have heard the screaming by now.
she's underwater.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though. Like, you're level-headed and would probably do the same thing that Rainey's doing, and that doesn't seem entertaining.
Huh. Ooh.
But also, she's underwater.
So am I just separated from Whooperting, or am I
Yeah, you're
restrained
just
right
separated.
now?
You're not quite grappling.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I mean, she got a big score compared to yours. I'll say at the moment, like, she's restricting your movement.
Okay. I mean, would it be like a full action to try to shake her off?
I'd say you could attack him, but just be with disadvantage.
Okay, would it be a straight roll because I'm no longer blind and still raging?
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to be
Okay.
reckless for it.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
fine. Ugh, I'm very sorry, Rainy. I'm very sorry, but I want to try to... I just want to, like, grab his ears and try to rip off his ears.
Wow.
Fuck's sake!
With you.
I'm starting to regret my decision.
What, you didn't see him trying to chomp on his face?
You know, a little, like, I don't know, man.
I'm no longer blind, so I'm not going to take his eyes. That's fair. This is not unarmed.
Just gonna remove his ears.
Yeah, that's fair.
It'll be a grapple check instead of an attack.
Okay. Whoa! Oh wait, no.
They're separate, yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to grab, but it's not as clean a rip as you were hoping for.
I'll take whatever I can get. I'll take chunks, I'll take hair, I'll take butts of skin, doesn't matter to me. I'm also like getting the nails in there too, really trying to just crush his fucking skull.
Roll a d6.
This is fun, I'm like kind of shaking, this is good.
His left ear is ripped. Vernon's hand comes away, like not the whole ear, but the outer region of it. There is an almighty dwarven scream, and now he is thoroughly pissed off. That hits. But he gets to do it again because he's so fucking pissed off. The
One health.
4's in the nuts. The 7 was not a miss. It matched against your thigh. So that's resisted.
Yeah, I think I'm on 1 health, this hurts.
I am slowly starting to wonder if I am in some...
There is blood pouring from Whooperting's head. And, you know, since he's a naked dwarf, his whole arm and half his chest is just getting coated in red right now. Rady, Azur, Ginny, what are you guys up to? The king quickly runs over to you, Rainy, and puts a hand on Vernon. You don't see anything tensing or flexing in his arms, but he's put his hands there.
No, it feels fucking weird and gross and slimy, ah!
You get the impression, I'm helping. This is that typical thing, Vernon. It went too far too quick.
I should have killed him when I had the fucking chance.
Well, no, not sorry, Vernon. Azur, you let it go too far. Someone's gonna run and tell Mom.
I think I'm just kind of coming up with ways in my mind right now as to why this isn't my fault.
Roll intelligence.
This will be good.
Ooh, this is a tough one. This needs a bit more work. No, we're not gonna buy that one.
He needs another round.
I probably
Here.
shouldn't include the birds.
You know, Azure, if you get me healed, we can prolong this and you can have more time to think of an excuse.
I mean, if I'm standing up, I could hunch over a bit and pretend that he got me in the balls first.
No, not the worst idea.
So, Ginny and Rainy, what are you guys doing?
Hopefully getting Scuttles to grapple Whooperting. And then because I believe I'm grappling Vernon,
Yep.
I can pull him half my movement away.
Shit.
Can
Get
I
that gun.
assist Rainy in pulling him away, but at the same time cast Cure Wounds on Vernon?
Yeah,
But-
That's what I need.
Try to wrap my arm around his and just, tap Cure Wounds.
Wrap your arm around him and try to ignore, but there's a bit of Whooperting's ear slapping against you, still in Vernon's hand.
I'm less worried about the dwarf.
You should heal the dwarf.
Roll athletics on.
3 damage.
Roll athletics on the crab.
Okay, crab. Oh, crab.
Yeah, he's not getting pulled by the crab. One hand comes up to his missing ear, though, and it's just the foulest language that you guys can't understand. It's all in Dwarven. But Vernon, you feel like if you have any descendants, they will be cursed for an eternity. Luckily, it's Vernon, so that will not be an option now.
Yeah. Ow. Am I
So
getting
you
healed?
guys drag him away. Whipperting is not, however.
Oh, yes.
And so he bounds towards Vernon to continue the fight.
Let me out, let me
That
out!
does give an attack of opportunity to Scuttles if he wants to take it.
Non-lethal. Okay, another 10.
Yeah, it hits. He has advantage, actually, if you want to roll it again. Whipperting has been going reckless this whole time.
Alright, let's roll again. 7, yeah.
Okay, doesn't get a crit. A 6, however, Whipperting falls, as Scuttles just gets him in the back of the head. And you see him quickly bring the claw back like, I didn't want him to be too hard on him. You know, that skull's already probably pretty fractured, and now the back of it might be fissured.
Well, I mean, it was non-lethal.
Yeah, he's alive. But it's just the fact that, you know, you already know the front of his skull was mashed. By an anchor.
He's like a little baby with a soft skull.
Is there anything we can tie up Whipperting with?
His fucking guts!
Oh.
Shit.
Vernon.
Alright.
You don't have a
You
lot of
enabled
spare
this.
fabric.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You could divest yourself of a couple of skirts and just bind his hands and feet with it.
Like, I'm the big man. Whipperting's out. I'll take off my skirt. I don't care.
You know what we should do?
It's
What
an
we could-
unpleasant sight. Like, normally it is anyway. But,
Yeah, but it's-
wow. One of them is just this bloody lump.
Ooh, fuck.
Oh, he's so fucking dead. Oh, I can't wait till I can rage again. Oh, I can right now.
It's like
I'm
the
not
equivalent of a black eye.
You know, if you knock him out, you can just dig a hole and bury him up to his head so that he's stuck in the ground.
You mean leave him there?
I mean, that's an option.
Here's what we should do. We need him because he's a dwarf. He understands dwarvish. We need to keep him alive. So we're gonna take him back to the camp and we're gonna bury him in sand there and just leave him there and we'll feed him. We'll have a little like a chamber off to the side so we can use the bathroom. We're gonna leave him there. Or we kill him.
You know what? While you're at it, why don't you just make him write down every single dwarvish word he knows, every single
me.
one in alphabetical order, and then we can just use that as a book.
Vernon, have you stopped raging and ferociously trying to beat him?
Yeah, he's on the ground.
Yep.
I'm not gonna kick a dead horse.
At which point the
Okay,
king
and-
backs up and Selena scoops him up, lifts him up, and you just hear how she's praising her brave king.
Oh,
Such a mighty warrior.
Yeah, we're totally dead, huh?
Well, Wooperting's on the ground.
So we've tied up Whipperting, right?
Yeah, he's now got Vernon and Ginny's skirts wrapping his wrists and ankles.
That's cute.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Ha, less than mine, as he deserves.
He's conscious, and there's just a load of muffled swearing into beard and sand.
Oh, hey, pretty boy, you wake up?
I'm gonna mash both those fucking things. I'm gonna rip them off and shove them down your fucking throat and then up your arse again.
Oh.
He is frothing angry. Especially at that fucking remark.
He's not getting a bonus at the end of this fucking voyage.
He might not survive this voyage based off of this dynamic, and I'm
You know what? Hey, Wooperting. Hey,
yeah,
hey.
kinda alright with that.
Are you still like, are you like really mad, or can we like, I can have a word?
You fucking hit me in the head with an anchor!
I think there's a way we can sort this out. You know, we can come to an agreement. I think, and not murder each other.
He's moved to just dwarvish now, and he's just cursing.
I'm gonna murder him.
Your feet are getting coated in spittle.
I'm just gonna kick a little bit of sand into his mouth.
While he's doing that, how about you guys?
Question. About how long until my watch is over?
Oh shit!
59 minutes.
Damn.
I'm going back to bed.
I'm just gonna go up to Warper saying, "Do you want to get off this island?"
He's just watching Vernon walk away.
I'm putting my face back in my mud
And you
pie.
see him shouldering and wriggling to get closer to him. I'll fucking have him. Piece of shit caves in my fucking skull.
I'll do worse, you stupid fuck.
I'm gonna rip him off. I'm gonna mash him in front of his fucking face.
You ain't doing shit, tiny man.
You say that, but you know, whenever you sit down, one ball hits the ground first.
Yeah,
And it
I'm trying to
fucking
use like,
hurts.
the tail. I want to like use the tail almost as like a little like
a
pedestal that
cradle?
keeps them like held off the ground. You know?
That's cute.
It just
That's
yeah.
cute.
The nerve endings are weird, but it almost feels like you've got 3 of them right now.
Well, this is an improvement, I guess.
Snook's going for a lot of sympathetic pain here. I mean, it was a difficult walk, Vernon.
Yeah, the adrenaline's probably wearing off as I lay down. I can still rage again before bed, I guess.
The thing is, Ginny, for all the progress Warting's making, you can just push him back with no effort.
He's just like gained a centimeter on him.
Yep.
Maybe I'll sleep on a rock. Maybe elevated. Probably do that with the boots.
It's almost like there's consequences to actions.
Yeah, and NPC's gonna have to die. It's too bad.
Ginny, Rainey, you have a thought. This happened on Azur's watch.
Hey, don't throw me under the bus, you fucker.
My first reaction was asking Azure if the dwarf started it. So
Yeah. You can answer him. We know the
Yeah.
answer.
how'd he get up to Vernon there?
You know, I saw him coming, you know, from like a mile away, right? I just thought, you know, that he did look menacing. I was like, oh yeah, he's totally just joining the group.
I'll fucking kill him!
Yeah, he wasn't saying that kind of stuff just yet. So you know,
You're being scrutinized now. There is a cat just looking at you and judging you.
I believe it.
He seems sincere, though panicked.
I mean, can you blame me? Yeah, fuck you, King.
Right now, Vernon is dreaming about murdering Wupperting and also Azure.
I did try to break up the fight. I tried to like blind
The wrong one.
Vernon and
Vernon, what you're dreaming about are 2 tomatoes at the edge of a table, and one falls off the edge and bursts.
What a weird dream. Wonder what that's about. Probably nothing.
So back to the proper conversation.
So you know, I tried to break it up by blinding one of them, but I couldn't. I wasn't gonna like throw myself in the middle of that because I'm not strong enough to pull them apart. You though, you did really well, Rainey. I think this is pretty good.
I'm tempted to say now you know he's fucking lying.
We'll get you nowhere.
It was good. It was impressive. Azure probably wouldn't have been able to do that.
I just mean the fact he's being friendly and complimentive.
Wait, he spoke in the third person. In the third. Oh, no.
It's fine. I'm just breaking a little bit.
Oh,
It's cool. Island's getting to us. I'm starting to understand why she's gone a little, married a fish. This island does things to people.
You all know Vernon was just Vis.
Yeah, nothing has really actually changed.
Yeah. Anywho, I think I got like an hour left, so I'm gonna, just keep that watchful eye still going. Y'all have a good rest.
I'll rip your fucking balls off, throw them in the forge, and snort the
I
ashes!
can't speak
Yeah,
with
that's
him.
why we can't exactly rest.
Yeah. I don't know how to resolve that.
Murder.
Oh, wait. Is he gagged or?
We can.
It's gonna be one more skirt.
Probably should gag him.
Because I'm not gonna sleep with him yelling. I'm kind of tempted to knock him out, just so we can sleep.
Of course, you're the only person who witnessed what I did to Warburton was you. And
I
you're
will
just
crush
gonna-
your heart in my bare fucking hand. Then I'll build a memorial statue to you and kick the shit out of that one as well.
I'm gonna walk away a little bit, just keep eye contact with Azure, and then I'm just gonna curl up somewhere else away from Whooperting.
At what point are you breaking eye contact? Are you still staring into my eyes?
Just,
laying
just
down?
just so that you know where I am and I know where you are.
I think I can know where you are without having to
It's broad
gaze
daylight.
long.
Nothing menacing about it. I'm just gonna make sure he knows where I am. And then I'm gonna curl up and try to sleep.
He's just sleeping there, menacingly.
Do you want Scuttles to put Whooperting to bed? His claws raising as he looks at you, Rainey.
I mean, currently he only hates Vernon, I think.
No, he's already had enough head trauma.
Has he done?
Something tells me he's gonna get more.
You just heard him yell at Ryan. His head got caved in by an anchor.
Whooperting is the equivalent of Team Rocket now, where he's just gonna show up and get the shit beat out of him every single time.
I think he did a lot better than Team Rocket ever did.
Yeah, he got. I mean, if we had a watch
Well,
that was
Team Rocket caught the Pokemon quite often. They just never sealed the deal.
true, and Vernon is not dead.
He almost took the balls.
Yeah.
So did Team Rocket. Just different kind of. Anyway.
So what are you going to do about the screaming dwarf in the camp? He's keeping the king up.
That's unacceptable. I'm gonna get them all and I'm gonna cave his head in again.
No.
I mean, right now, Vernon, you don't really want to be swinging anything.
No, I'm just laying it.
You want to
face-
lock the
face
hips
down.
and keep them completely static.
My watch is gonna be. I'm gonna be looking mostly at the ground during my watch, I think.
I think you're mostly going to be staring at Whooperting during your watch.
I mean, give him 8 hours and he might get close enough to spit on you.
That would be uncomfortable.
You know, provided he doesn't exhaust himself. Oh, I'm gonna dig a grave for you. I'm gonna stick your body and I'm gonna keep on fucking digging till I get to the center of your earth and put your fucking corpse there. And then I'll piss on it.
I'm gonna go over to Whooperting. I'm gonna like kneel down close to where he's at.
Thanks for the
And
help.
what?
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, look, they're all trying to go to sleep so that they can keep us all alive tomorrow. If you're cool with it, when my watch is over, I'll come over here. I'll loosen your bindings up a little bit, and you just wait like 20 minutes before you go after them. So it's like clearly not my fault. And
Alright, I'll
Not
bide
cool
my
with
time.
yeah. Sound good?
Yeah. His
Alright,
eyes
quiet
fucking
down.
light up.
Just so that they can actually get some sleep. That'd be cool. Yeah.
I am on board with your deal, devil boy.
I'm gonna go back to the rock that I was sitting on for a
Oh,
while.
you're doubling down on the getting murdered.
He's quiet now.
I'm learning about Azure today.
You're doubling down on the getting murdered.
He's quiet, but he's got fucking gritted teeth.
You're about to learn even more.
He is vibrating like a chihuahua. But he's quiet. And your watch passes.
Alright.
Whooperting behaved himself.
At the end of my watch, I'm gonna look at Whooperting, make eye contact, and walk into the ocean. I'm not messing with his bonds at all.
The screaming erupts. You oath-breaking whoreson of a bastard!
Now that I'm underwater, not my fucking problem.
Yeah, the last
I'm
thing
gonna
you
wake
hear is, I will rip those horns off and twist them back inside your fucking skull!
So I'm gonna go underwater. And,
The rest of you are all
I'm going
awake,
to-
as you see Azor walking into the water.
What happened now?
You fuckers are not getting the benefit of a long rest. I hope you understand this. Except for Shelly.
Fuck you. I'm going to bed and I'm sleeping till I get that rest. That entire thing happened during my during my watch, so.
Can I at least use this as a short rest and use some hit dice?
No.
So,
You got 1 HP. Well, 7, I think.
Hey, 8 total.
Yeah.
I'll wake up Shelly, and if she's not already out of her trance, and just go to bed.
Shelly?
I'd ask if anything happened while we were underwater.
Not really.
Okay.
Oh, you dick.
You're not in a cartoon. You can't blub at each other with words you understand.
He can't communicate. Yeah. Okay.
He probably gestured. Oh no, nothing happened.
Yeah, just gonna shrug. Just
As he tucks
Okay.
himself in with a big smile on his face. His
So I
tail
would-
was wagging the whole time.
I would promptly hear all the shouting and haranguing. Go back under the water, and tap him on the shoulder.
But all you really heard was the detailed description of what he's going to do with Azur's tail.
I would again tap on his shoulder.
wow.
I would point up.
Swim up to the surface.
I go up with him. Nothing, eh?
And the screaming is continuing. It's very
Yeah.
detailed, Azur. It's all about you. As the party members on the beach are probably just fucking watching and seeing the splash in the ocean.
You know.
What happened when I was gone?
Whooperting is back.
No shit.
Surprise. He mashed Vernon's potatoes, and they got in a little bit of a scuffle. He wouldn't shut up, so I told him I would let him out when my watch ended, and then I didn't.
Let's not give Vernon the benefit of the doubt by comparing them to potatoes.
They're like little,
There
baby
are small
potatoes.
potatoes.
Yeah, those little tiny potatoes, you know.
I
You do
have a
realize
very-
he will literally swim down there and punch you in the balls.
I
And will
have
continue to do so until he drowns.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
fine.
a very pressing question. How did he get potatoes?
Not real potatoes, like his
She's just staring at him.
Remember, she's an elf. They don't have balls. They just multiply by spore clouds.
I'm wagering they might have different vernacular for them down there. So I'm just going
Yes,
off. Of
they
that.
call them very dainty and eloquent things.
Are you?
These are my progeny bearers. This is the burden of my household.
From what I've gathered, are you a medicine person?
What?
Are you good? Are you like a medical professional of some sort in any way?
This fish,
No.
this blue whale
You
swimming in the
ready?
ocean, butt naked with a spear and a knife in a hand. She looks like she's ready for surgery.
What,
Uh,
what
I
part-
don't, but Vernon might, and that will kind of explain the whole potato thing. So,
What did he mash?
his testicles, his balls. He
Oh!
broke his balls. Literally busted his balls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, ow. Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, have fun with that. Good night.
Up here. How did that happen?
I just
while
like to
you
imagine he's going to try and submerge, and she just raises him by the horns.
Yeah, grab the horn, pulls him back up.
Probably, yeah. Okay, how did he do this while you were on watch?
He was just coming back, and it's like, oh, I know that person. No need to raise the alarm. That's just Whooperting. And then, surprise attack.
Oh,
Gwa-pa.
I just look at the floor and then I just start swimming back to shore.
And I sink.
He is still screaming out threats about Azure.
I will pointedly look at him and wave and smile and then go down.
I will journey to the bowels of the nine hells. I will find your fucking your forebear, and I will ram his horn up your arse.
I just walk over and I kneel down in front of him. I say, "Would you like some breakfast?"
He's not even looking at you.
Would you like some breakfast?
Just knock him out.
Now that Azure is completely gone, he just sort of bobs and shuffles until he's facing Azure now. And then he gets back to trying to bob himself forward.
He's gonna get me.
He's bending himself up like a worm as he pushes into the sand.
He's gonna get to the water and he's gonna start drowning before he gets to me.
She just kind of moves around in front of him again. Would you like some crab?
That's very cool.
Just growls.
I can help you with him being a dickhead later, but would you like some breakfast now?
I hunger for vengeance.
Oh my god.
You can't do vengeance on an empty stomach. Would you like some crab?
Put it in front of
You
me.
know- Yes, because you're not going to get to him right now. He's underwater. You'll drown before you get to him.
No, like I'm
So,
saying,
would
he
you-
has orientated himself to face Vernon instead, and he's moving towards him.
Yeah, no, because he's going to go under the water. So she's
No,
gonna-
Vernon.
Now, Vernon is the mud man.
Yeah.
Oh, Vernon.
I am the mud man.
Look, in order to beat his head in, because I have no doubt whatever he did fully deserves being beaten to death.
He
knows.
He fucking does.
So you need some sustenance.
Help
to
me,
do that.
and I'll make it worth your while.
Unfortunately, I can't do that yet, but I can help you by giving you some nourishing food.
He's barely blinking.
I'll be back with some food. Considering everybody else is up, I'll go trying to.
Yeah, what's
Crap.
Ginny and Rady been doing?
Trying to sleep.
Trying
Just-
to sleep.
Just bringing up a pile of sand and pushing it against the ears. Scuttle shifts himself underwater for a bit.
I go to get more crab.
It's easy enough to find a few more things. The weird thing is, it's still, like, even because of the light levels and all, the fish are still swimming around and some of them are sleeping in place. Despite the bright lights, so you can just snap them up.
Oh yeah, then, yeah, I'll get some fish too while we're at it.
There is the nightmare of being close to the campfire. Or, you can just skin them and put them on a rock. They'll
Oh,
cook that
sounds
way.
like- Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So she would do that.
Yeah, in this place you could pin them to the trees to cook them.
She fillets them, gets them out on the rock, starts to cook them.
And when presented with them, he does start chowing down very quickly. And then he starts wiggling towards Vernon.
She lets him. She just sits down and figures, you know what, this way he's quiet.
Well, a lot of heavy breathing. But yeah, it seems like his throat's gone dry, so... Especially with fish and all, so he's just right now breathing.
Can we get a short rest now?
Well, I mean, Shelley's watch passes by.
I would go wake up the rest of the watch crew.
Half the party.
Including the guy with his mashed testicles.
Yeah, as Vernon's shifting, enough time has passed, one of them is very discolored. And it should not be that large. It should be evenly large for one thing, and it's like the back end is bigger than the front end of it.
It's like someone ran over a football.
Here's my question. Is he actually checking that out in front of all of us, or is he being discreet?
Well, he doesn't have anything on.
Oh, he doesn't?
And he can't afford to close his legs right now.
Yeah, he's doing like he's kind of crab walking all like Scuttles.
Yeah. Because currently his skirt is around Whipperting's wrists, and Ginny's is around his ankles.
Now that I'm awake, there's a few things I want to do. I mean,
she
mostly kill Whipperting.
She just raises her hand and goes, "What's wrong with your oath? He wasn't joking. They are mashed."
I'm gonna have to kill him.
Sit down, eat your breakfast. There's your breakfast, and I point.
Speaking of breakfast, Vernon will look at his hand, in which I assume he's still clutching Whipperting's ear.
Yes, your arm is coated in blood from where you ripped this off.
Oh, gross.
No, I was gonna feed it to Whipperting.
No,
It's so bad.
That's even worse.
she gets
Vernon?
in front of.
You feel the eye upon you.
Yeah.
Roll a d12.
I'm surprised this is the moment that the eye comes. Not any of the bullshit before.
This is expected of me, I think.
This suggestion is too far. It's one thing to kill something threatening, it's another to do this to it. So that's 5 dishonor points.
Okay. Do I need to keep track of those myself?
Yes. Just stick them in a box on your sheet.
It's gonna be my only character appearance thing is 5 dishonor points. It'll go up, I'm sure. Okay.
So, if I took those last 4 hours, did I get a full rest?
Yeah, you've got a full rest because it happened during your watch.
Fuck yeah.
It's for the land walkers that's the problem.
Well, since everyone else is awake, who
Well,
is
no,
awake actually?
he's not screaming right now. He's just furiously inching towards you. He's covered about 10 centimeters in the last half hour.
Yeah, but, I mean, the last watch is like 6 people or something. How many people are here?
What's Vernon?
Yeah, it's Selena, it's the King, it's Ginny, I think.
No,
Ginny not volunteer? Okay.
Yeah, Jenny did.
I just did the one watch.
Ginny's in it. It's pretty much everybody but Pio and
Azure.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna talk about the mall with the king, but I think I will do that. I'm gonna try to communicate with the
Eat
king.
your breakfast.
I can eat while I talk. Come on.
Vernon probably does, let's be honest here. I don't think he closes his mouth that much.
No.
Ginny's gonna do his watch, but he's actually gonna walk around and make sure that Whipperting sees him, and I'm actually gonna have the bow out
Just in case you're going to aim at him.
just in case. Yeah.
He, like, you're staring at him, he does not break eye contact from Vernon. As Vernon walks around, you see him shuffle in the sand to orientate himself towards him.
What fun games I can play with this.
Give it. Drop it.
No,
Drop it.
this is my ear now. I'll give it back if he asks nicely.
Drop it.
Only if Wooperting asks nicely.
Drop it.
Nah,
Bad boy. Drop it.
nah,
Sit.
nah.
A
That's
spray
cool.
bottle.
I'm good.
This is about as
I
effective
wish
as she... To be fair, this is about as effective as she is at commanding Pufflesworth, too.
I wish I was my bard. Or actually, no, there's that one time where Rain made somebody sit down in the middle of a bar fight.
Yep. She rolled Intimidate successfully.
Oh, no, that was it was command.
Oh, yeah, command, yeah.
She kind of walks over, holds out her hand, give.
To be fair, he
Give me
looks
a
pretty
touch.
injured.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm for sure about to die.
Give.
I'm
And,
just thinking,
I mean, he's got an obvious weak point as well.
Don't make me do it. Give.
Like, if you kick that, I will give you sneak attack on it.
I will rage right now.
I'm just pointing, if she kicks that, she gets her sneak attack damage on that.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna compromise, okay? I'm a reasonable person, okay? I'm just gonna throw this into the ocean.
What are you throwing in the ocean?
Wooperting's ear.
Sure. We can't reattach it.
Okay, fair enough. I wasn't gonna use this for anything anyway. Hey, Wooperting! Wanna?
Why are you taunting the dwarf?
I do want to check. I actually do want to see. Do you want this back?
He is inflating like a fucking crocodile doing its rumble.
I really will give this back.
It
if
is
you want
just
it.
the greatest hate-filled breathing possible, fueling himself
have
for a
this
moment he
back.
can tear through.
You can have it. I swear. Do you want it or no? What can we do with your ear? I really don't know what to do with this ear. I'm just gonna walk away from it.
We could rip off the other one and
Give it over to me. I will dispose of it properly.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a shower now. I'm covered in blood.
Okay, just give me the ear first.
Yeah. I'm just gonna drop it on the ground.
I bend down, pick it up,
What a
and I go to
dick.
bury it. There we go. Holy fuck.
welcome to the party.
She feels like Camp Mommy.
Hmm. I think you and Rainey are now officially the camp counselors.
It's
This
nice
is
to,
the worst summer camp ever.
it's nice to see a common law family.
I'm just thinking, what's going to happen when we, finally leave and they all meet up with Simon again, +1? And I
Yes.
just go, holy fuck, you trusted these guys to do anything?
To be fair, the two that have dishonor points right now are the ones who failed. Vernon did not get a passing grade, and neither did Ginny.
The rest of us, somehow.
B- for Azor, B+ for Rainey. It's impossible to get an A.
Oh, I feel better about life being minus then.
That doesn't mean that it's a high mark. Like,
No,
You could-
but like if it's impossible,
like it's
then,
impossible
okay.
because of Simon's ego. It's impossible to get an A, but he's still grading you as if you're meant to get an A. It's just he'll never admit you get an A.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna count it. It's whatever makes you sleep at night, right? Oh, this will make me sleep at night, so I'm gonna go with that.
But I mean, there's gonna be consequences when you guys get back.
Nah. In D&D, those don't exist.
Yeah, there's no way that a consequence has just occurred.
We would have noticed. if
Vernon
we
may
found-
not want to go back.
Vernon's. I mean, he could probably get work somewhere else. Hopefully.
So he just gets back and Simon simply starts counting down. That's his head start.
I only have 5 dishonor points. It's not that many.
So far.
Wonder how many I can get.
Yeah.
Is this
Mini
your
game
new goal?
time. Yeah.
And keep in mind the things Simon has done, and you're dishonoring what he thinks. Like, you're breaking his morality. Simon has eaten
feels good.
Olber's other siblings. He is still eating the mother.
That's the law of the wild.
Yeah,
Rules of nature.
exactly. Whereas you're a dick.
Yep.
So, what are you up to now? You want a conversation with the king?
I want to sidle up to the king and see if I can get my hands on that mall.
Well, what do you do? What do you say?
Well, I mean, literally, I'm just gonna sit down. I mean, I assume he's the king and Selena are sitting next to each other.
Yes, well, he's sitting on her lap.
Oh, of course. He's thrown.
Oh, he's got his little booster seat.
They canoodle in front of you, and it is weird. He does not have a proper mouth.
I just want to say, Your Highness. Yeah. Selena, what does that mean?
Oh, he's just saying yes.
Huh.
With a question mark, because he's asking a question.
Oh, yeah.
That's an inquiry.
Well,
It means you're meant
I
to
would
say
just-
more on the reason.
yes, yeah, I am currently planning on doing so. Thank you. I just want to ask, where did you guys find my mall? I mean, that washed up with me when I got here. It was on the ship with me.
He just jabs his thumb behind you guys, so back to the west.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And then he starts pointing directly upwards.
Yeah, it came from God, the sky.
Yes, it was in the sands, but obviously it was a blessing. It came down. There was no sand trail for it, which there wouldn't be because there's an ocean with currents.
Hmm. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that thing it was a blessing for me as well. It got me through many hard times. I was glad to see it, honestly. I was more shouting. I was gonna.
Yes, it is the wave crusher, blurble spurt.
Floorball spurt.
Oh, you must
No, I
say
don't know how
you
to
have to say it
spell.
with reverence. You can't just say it like that. That's
Blurble spurt.
it's practically heresy.
How do I? Blurble spurt. How do I?
Blurble
get this
spurt.
one? Blurble spurt. Am I doing it?
Yes. Otherwise, you'd obviously be dying in front of us.
Oh, cool.
No one can take its name in
can I-
vain. They'll be punished severely. It's not
Can I
a.
hold it?
It's not a merciful. It's not a merciful weapon.
No, it's not. That's for sure. It's crushed many skulls. Can I touch it?
Yes.
Can I-
Oh, also yes.
Excellent.
You did mean
I wanna
yes,
reach
didn't
out.
you? Yes, he meant yes.
Uh-huh. Well, I want to reach out and heft it and see how it feels.
Feels heavier, which is not surprising.
Good.
There's a lot of shit clinging to it.
Yeah, does it look like it's all ending gonna shake off, or is it really like stuck on there?
It looks like it's part of the material.
Oh yeah.
This
that
shit
makes
is
sense.
buried into it.
Oh, I missed you. Oh.
You try to bring it up against you and it just starts lacerating.
Ow, 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 ow.
Not enough for damage, but it's just, oh, this is rough now. I can't cuddle this.
It's like a double cheese grater on the skin.
But you do notice there's not a mark on her. She was pressing that thing against her.
This thing is pointy. Why aren't you stabbed?
Because I'm a devout follower? Well, I believe. I'm not sure if it's my only god, but it's certainly protected us, I think. Anyway, my husband says it is a powerful object now,
Yes.
and we should trust in it. And
What was that
obviously,
praying thing you did
anyone who would
earlier?
wield it will be a great hero.
Yeah. What was that praying thing he did earlier?
Praying.
Well,
It has to be
what
shown.
look like?
It has to be shown obedience and worship.
How? Can you teach me?
Oh, certainly, yes. Well, we'll have to do it at the appropriate time. If we don't do it at the appropriate time, it could be very dangerous. Well, this whole island might flood.
It could be nice.
Actually, yeah, that's.
It could get us home. No, of course. I'll wait for the king.
For you see, it is a trophy of the ocean now. Or it, sorry, sweetie. It always has been. It's always been a trophy of the ocean. It's a divine manifestation of the waters.
Sure.
You remember when
yeah.
you bought this, Vernon? It was just sitting on a dusty shelf.
A big stick.
Yeah.
Thanks
Like,
for
the
being with
guy
me
was
on
gonna
this
charge you
voyage.
for it, but he just kind of wanted the space.
And that was the greatest day of his life. It was the only thing he'd ever actually gotten from a store. Every other time he just got kicked out.
Yeah. You weren't even looking to buy it, it's just, he thought you looked big enough to carry it. Yeah, get the fuck out. And you'd never
Yeah,
forget
it's-
his passing words. Don't ever come to my store again. You're trapping mud fucking everywhere.
And I never had to go back. The only thing I ever owned was that fucking stick.
You had cloves beforehand.
I didn't own those. They were rented.
You had a whole adventurer's pack.
Rented.
Even the underwear. You're wearing someone else's boxers.
The next guy has it worse, though.
I think these are the people who've got it worse right now. A
Yeah.
muddy pair can be washed, but these people have got stuck with you.
Yeah. I mean, they could probably kill me.
And that's not going to wash out.
There's
So,
memory wipe spells, I'm just saying.
so yeah, they'll teach you, but just not yet. It has to be at the appropriate time.
Oh, cool.
And then the king grabs your hand and pulls you down to kneel because now it's the appropriate time.
Okay, yeah.
As he points at the ground.
I'd point out the ground.
He's saying to put it on the ground.
Oh, okay, yes.
It must touch
Like-
the sands.
Okay, I'll just, kind of jam it in there so it's sitting upright.
He pushes it down very quickly and looks at
Okay.
you with fearful eyes.
You're teaching me. This is a learning experience. Forgive me.
You must be very careful. If it's upright like that, that could raise the water level entirely and could flood the entire world.
Okay, I won't do that. I won't do that again.
So, we put it down in the sand here, yes, like this. You watch him adjust it, and about 10 minutes pass, and he's still adjusting it. You remember the first time you saw him do this, he just fucking threw it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm
There
taking
we go.
mental notes.
It has to be in the correct orientation. It's not in any remotely the same position it was before.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you're pretty sure it's back where it was when he just shoved it. And then he starts to spit on it. She does one or two as well.
I assume I can join in.
That is an offering we make. The moisture of our bodies for it. So yes,
Okay.
in your case, just the once, you are larger than us.
Okay.
And so that is a great enough offering. Do you go for a phlegm or do you just do spittle?
I'll take a minute to get, a decent amount of spittle and no phlegm. That seems rude.
Yeah. And it just goes on it, and you start to see the water spread from underneath them all. And whoever's trying to sleep, in this case, Rainy, roll me perception as you hear the insane cackling again. Yep, yeah, there we go. Yeah, luckily you're not perceptive enough to pick up on it. You continue to sleep. Ginny, you are fucking scared out of your wits because it just came out of nowhere.
But I look over and see them.
You saw them doing it, but it's just
Playing?
like it was all quiet, and then suddenly this fucking cackling. As she claps a few times regularly, you see Vernon up close. She's having trouble connecting her two hands at that point. Like she's slapping her wrists at times or into the air.
But I saw Fishboy do this
Before, yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It's just a case of really quiet and then suddenly this happened.
I'm just gonna be like, okay. I guess this is the thing.
You feel very cold water around your legs and your nuts, Vernon, because you're kneeling. It's refreshing.
Oh, thank God. Thank the Lord.
Well, no, it's just because they're kneeling next to it and it spreads out like a 5-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
But there's cold water.
Bloodable Spirit is the man.
And then,
Actually,
her laughing just cuts off, and she is back to a stoic face with no real expression to it, glassy-eyed.
Why did you do that too?
And you see him wave his hand in front of her face, and he just helps push her to the side a bit, and then he looks at you, and then he reaches his hand out to you.
I think this thing's stealing her soul. Fuck, I'll take his hand. Or I guess I assume he's like a reaching motion to hold hands, right?
It looks like it.
Well, get in the same area, I guess.
You feel there's some kind of... He's trying to pull you, but there's no fucking chance of him doing that. It feels like he's trying to pull you down.
I mean, I guess I'll go with it for a minute. I'll see what he's doing. I'll let him pull me.
You see him build up a good froth. Then he takes his hand, wipes his mouth, and then just pulls it down your chest. It's very cool and refreshing, actually. It's like a menthol strip.
Ah, like
It's gross, but it's cooling.
It's a nice change.
You assume there's some sort of nice expression on his face, like he doesn't seem angry or anything like that there. Then he lets go. You're also realizing that you didn't do the headbutt thing.
If he didn't do it, I'm sure it's okay. He's the king.
Then he goes back and seems quite distressed at his wife currently.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Before
Was this
just
the peace be with you, my peace be with you.
like he pushes her and then tries to have an arm underneath her to cradle as she topples aside, but she just pulls him right to the ground.
Hey, Helena, you there?
There's no response from her.
I'm gonna go find Shelly.
I am working on the fish.
Oh, Shelly.
What?
Sticks stole woman's soul.
I don't understand a word of it, but I go to the other women to see which one of them I need to help.
Well, Rainey's curled up sleeping.
Okay, so it's easy to assume it's the slightly batshit one.
Yeah. And whenever you guys get there, like, he's stroking her hair and she seems fine. Back to sleep.
I look at Vern and just confused as fuck, and I go back to my cooking.
Well, I guess if you get kicked really hard in the balls, you can hallucinate, I think.
You certainly don't see life the same way again, no. Everything's just a little bit lopsided. Time passes, and it is now morning. It's the same amount of light as before.
Woo!
Lazily drift up to the surface.
Look who it is!
Whooperting has continued to shuffle himself towards Vernon every time he turns. There's just this trench dug into the sand, but it's only about 2 foot. He has not made great progress. Rainy, you get a long rest.
Ah,
Ginny, you don't.
it was a hard-earned long rest.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
What I do first after waking up is check on Whooperting.
There is a bit of blood around his mouth. It looks like he's just screamed himself hoarse. And now that Azor is in view, he's flopping himself to look at him and move towards him.
Have you slept at all, Whooperting? I'm taking that as a no.
He's gonna slowly turn into Gollum by the end of this.
Maybe we should just kill him now.
He'll probably end up killing himself if he doesn't get some sleep.
I don't know how he's gonna sleep. He's way too pissed off. Unless Azure and me spontaneously die, he's not gonna sleep. Speaking of which, Azure, how did he get into the camp last night?
You know, like I told literally everybody else, you know,
Verna was a little occupied at the time.
He wandered into camp. It was Whooperting, right? We all know Whooperting.
Yes,
I'm
we
not
know him
gonna-
to be a fucking psychopath. Look at him.
I mean, come on. He was one of our crew. I'm not gonna stop him.
I noticed
figured
the
he was
past
just
tense.
You're not going to stop him from kicking somebody in the balls.
No, that's not what I said. I wasn't going to stop him because I didn't know he was gonna go and smash some gourds. Speaking of which, how are the boys doing down there?
You can see it's horrific. It's only
wanna
gotten
step up.
darker over time.
It's not gonna be good. But I want to step up to Azure. I mean, you know, not like chest to chest, but you know, slightly into his personal bubble. No social distancing. I want to get a little bit up in his grill, okay?
Ah, like the good old days, the before times.
The before times. Now, Azure, hey, I want to lean in and get him. I want to whisper into his ear. Hey, come here.
I'm going to very gently place my hands over my ears, knowing what happened the last time.
As long
And
as you can
then-
hear it. Like, leave a little.
Yeah.
If you ever cast a spell like that on me again, I'm gonna take your fucking eyes.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, you'll have to get to me first.
But when I
Sure.
do,
You know, you could have just lied and said that you meant to do Whooperting.
I could.
I can't wait to see what the new characters are going to be.
Yeah, when they're both dead, absolutely.
yeah.
These two are gonna die, and the next two will be like the best of friends.
Azor will
and
die,
with
and
the
then they'll
fork.
kill Vernon. Because he still has Azor's head around his neck, like a necklace.
Oh god.
You just tied a string to the horn.
No, he's just bent the horns around, so they just hang there like a clasp.
Even more delightful.
This is a delightfully fun, lighthearted party.
It was when Simon was teaching you guys.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
Desperation.
I mean, this is kind of. I think it's probably how this is supposed to go. I mean, you want on a fucking deserted island.
You know, there are also other times, like in their darkest hour, some people show that they have a nobler soul to them. But, like, they can go against a greater challenge.
Yeah,
Like
some
you-
people do.
Like, you see what they're really made of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you see what we're really made of.
Shit! Just giant piles of shit.
Absolutely.
And I fucking love every second of it.
To be fair, Simon was not judging your character, just that you could do shit. He didn't give a fuck.
As long as the bell and the bells and the whistle are still working, looks like we're all good.
You're pretty sure one of his bells is not going to clang.
Yeah, that's all right.
You only really need one.
Is that really a loss?
Yeah, I mean-
Vernon probably shouldn't reproduce.
Yeah, he definitely won't. But in this case, it will. If he does, it will never be a large family.
No.
The kids will fucking emerge bruised.
Oh god.
He comes out with a black eye.
It's my god, he doesn't even have teeth yet, and they've been knocked out.
Yeah.
I assume it's a son. It's hard to tell. Everything's been busted.
what are we gonna do about Wooperting? Because obviously there's no need to immediately try to kill him. But Wooperting is an issue,
Wait, why would we kill Azure?
just in case.
Because he's an off-breaking horse.
God, he hates both of us, huh?
Yes. He's mad at me because I told him I would loosen his bonds if he shut up while everyone was asleep, so that he could attack you again. And then when I didn't, because I'm a liar, he got upset for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for not.
Because you're a liar.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
He's not the worst liar in my book at this given point in time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What are we gonna do about Wooperting? I mean, should we bring him? We can't just leave him here.
No, we can't.
So we have to take him with us.
Yes.
Hey, Vernon.
Nah.
I had a wild idea.
You had a wild idea. Okay.
Hey, let's walk like 15 feet this way. All right?
Hmm.
Maybe 20.
I'm sure the party will just let this happen and not at all pursue
Yes,
them.
absolutely.
I immediately follow.
Go on faster. Get away from her. Get away from her. Run.
Run.
What you guys talking about?
She just keeps walking and assumes that if they run off, it'll be a net gain.
There's just this moment where there's just this great moment where they walk past the party, but you just see the ears on the two tabaxi move with them, and then the heads follow.
Alright, fine. Look, Vernon, what if, right, hear me out. We just let this guy get his soul sucked into this whole mall thing.
Oh,
Like a chick.
that's you know, I like where your mind is going, and
It
I have a
probably-
counterpoint. Though.
Okay.
Alternatively, instead of literally sucking his soul, we could just bash his head in again and again until he gets so much brain damage he doesn't remember what we did to him.
Also, not against
I think your idea is
but-
probably a better bet.
I'm going to point out that's not how brain damage works.
Vernon would not know that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Vernon
yes,
would believe that fully.
I'm the one that's pointing out that's not how that works.
Plus, maybe, just maybe, if that little dude really did make your weapon into a god or something, maybe by sucking another soul, it'll become even stronger.
Now, here's the great thing. There is nothing that would stop the rest of the party just walking with you guys.
I know, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally walking.
And it's been established. But, it's fine. It's whatever.
I mean, the party should probably
point, I'm
get
good
rid of
at
one of these as
Yeah.
well. I mean, I guess first of all, let's get back to base camp. We just drag his dumbass with us.
I wouldn't drag. Unbind the feet and let him walk.
He's gonna kick my shins every. I don't want to have to run away from him.
Just
I'll
walk faster.
with it.
He's a dwarf, you can do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any reason to hate me.
Yet.
I gave him food. I'm not a fucking prick like some people.
You're also never part of the crew, so he probably doesn't have any bias because of that.
Something in that sentence felt judgmental. I can't put a finger on what it was, but it was definitely there. I don't know that I'm a fan.
Innocently, she just says, I have no idea what you mean.
I mean, okay.
And her ears just start flapping vigorously.
Oh, wait. No, here we go. Let's see if I can do this.
If you want to, he might not care.
Complete and utter fucking sarcasm. It is obviously sarcasm.
Guys, I don't want to be the guy who's defending myself or anything, but I mean, obviously I know I probably shouldn't have hit Wooperting in the head to begin with, but he's taking it way too fucking far.
I don't think he is.
You tried to murder him!
I did not. I
And
tried
now
to
you-
pacify him.
And he now has one less ear.
You ripped his ear off.
That was because he hit me from the fucking. That one was justified. Taking the ear was justified.
You threatened to feed it to him.
That was a joke. Sarcasm.
You conked him on the head. Enough for serious brain damage.
I will only apologize for the first time I hit him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That was wrong of me, I admit. However, everything after that, fuck that guy.
I just take him by the arm and start leading him over to Whooperting.
Vernon will not move, I assume, if I try not to.
Athletics.
I rage. Oh shit!
See, here's the thing. All she has to do
By your
is...
ear.
The thing is, Vernon, right now, all she had to do was bump your hip, and then
Ow,
it hits
yeah.
the inner thigh, and now you are weak as a kitten.
My knees are like jelly. I'm just gonna bounce along.
Yeah, you are more focused on, doing sort of bow-legged walks so nothing touches anything.
So I'd like to point out the hilarity of big giant mudman being led around by a tiny little...
I think he's only
Yeah.
5'6".
Yeah. He's
Yes.
tiny.
He's just
But
buff.
then again, D&D elevator well too.
He's a stubby little boy, but
But he's buff.
But he's tall with the heels.
And
He's
he's
5'10".
now extra swole.
No.
Then
Actually, yeah, she's probably about the same size. That's kind of hilarious.
But she's a wispy thing, probably.
So she leads him over to Whooperting.
Where he is in multiple
Set him-
Terrible
ways.
idea.
Where he is in
This is a
multiple
bad
ways
idea.
dense.
And she looks at Vernon and just politely says, "You are going to apologize for being a fucking jackass."
I don't think that's gonna do anything. Respectfully, that won't do jack shit.
I'm aware of that, but you will also be apologizing for being a fucking jackass.
To you?
No, to him!
I mean, also to
Oh, fuck
her,
that
you
guy.
might as well just keep going with the apologies and not stop.
You are going to apologize for conking him on the head.
You can still
Yeah,
see the
okay.
marks. Pretty
I
pronouncedly.
will apologize for that. Yeah, that's fair. But he's not gonna like it. It's gonna make him more mad. It's gonna make him more angry, actually, if I apologize.
Apologize to him.
He's gonna get more pissed, and it's gonna be your fault.
We're literally in front of him. Just apologize to him.
Hey, Whooper Tang, I know you probably don't want to talk right now,
How close are you to him?
but
Because if your feet are close, you just hear.
no. Don't make me kick sand at him. Don't make me do it.
I look at him and I just kind of nudge him a little bit, kind of hip check him a little bit.
I'm gonna murder you.
For how foul one of Vernon's balls look, you look at the ear, what's left of it, and it is so horrible. A couple of flies got to it during the night.
that's unfortunate.
That's probably gonna get
Apologize.
Hey, Whooper Tang, I know you don't want to talk, but I would like to apologize for when I met you on the beach and I hit you in the head with an anchor. That was uncalled for. I understand why you were mad about the whole crashing the ship thing. I'm not happy about it either. Yeah, this is a bad situation. It's been a bad couple days. I'm sorry, Whooper Tang.
And my ear.
I think Shelly has that.
I buried it. We can't reattach it. Apologize for ripping his ear off.
Well, I probably shouldn't have done that, yeah.
Apologize properly.
I'm a little bit sorry about the ear. Like, as time goes on, I imagine I will feel worse about it.
Properly.
Nah, that's as honest as I can possibly be. I want to be honest. I don't want to lie.
I kind of gave him another hip check nudge.
Untie me!
I told you he was gonna get more mad.
Properly
The
apologize.
veins are bulging around Whipperting's head.
We
A
were gonna
blood
tie his
vessel
feet.
reopens in his ear from the pressure.
I'm gonna go away now.
At properly.
He
That's
looks,
not gonna help.
he looks bigger.
Executive decision. I'm leaving.
I just keep a hold of him.
Can I do another check to get out of this?
Yeah.
I'm also gonna. Maybe I shouldn't use my last rage right now.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh my god.
She has got the measure of you, man.
She's gonna get us both killed. Is what she's doing.
He has iron grip.
I can still break out of this.
You got a
potentially.
chance.
No.
No.
Oh, wait.
We're
Oh,
gonna
that's
die.
right. Expertise.
She's got you by the balls, dude.
We're gonna die.
I made damn sure that athletics and acrobatics were expertise.
You just feel those webbed fingers clamp a little tighter. Meanwhile,
Should probably hold the
meanwhile,
next-
nearby is a completely peaceful interaction between the king and the crab. As they just shake hand and claw together.
Denizens of the deep, join forces.
And then there's this. So you're stuck in place there, Vernon.
He's gonna kill us both.
Apologize properly for being a fucking dickhead.
Sorry,
And
Looper
ripping-
King, I'm such an asshole. I really feel bad about what I did to you. Honestly, I can never imagine how I can ever pay you or make this up to you. I really am sorry.
You gonna roll deception on that shit?
Huh?
What'd you say, Pio?
Put emotion in that.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bad role player, so, you know, that was really me trying my hardest.
You bullshitter.
And you guys can't prove anything else, so...
I've known you for 2
So all
years,
you-
you shitlord. I know full well.
Hit that little deception button. Hit the D.
And then,
Like I did
and then
earlier.
Whooperting will.
Yeah, that.
You're
that's
about as
right.
convincing as a mall Santa.
I just give him a very disapproving
When he's
look,
asked the
like,
question, why do you smell like Uncle? It's just cough syrup, I swear.
She just gives him that look like a disapproving mother.
I'm sure Vernon is familiar.
Yeah, it's very natural. It's like home. You get nostalgic.
Be gone. I let go.
Now?
Untie me.
Now we definitely can't untie him. Should we untie him?
You know, I feel like a fun.
Let me have-
I feel like a fun experiment would be to blindfold him, have you and me stand on opposite sides, and then like at an equal distance, and see who he runs at first.
He'd probably be able to... No, honestly, let's keep him blindfolded and see if he can smell out which one of us is
You're
which.
fucking grudge testing?
Kinda.
There's no, I don't think there's a way to fix this at this point, guys. I think we do need to just kill him or tie him up forever. I don't think we can fix this.
We will walk him back to the camp, and we'll be fine. For now.
Hey, but we're gonna kill him when we get there.
No.
He's gonna kill us.
I had
That's the only option.
I had a couple of fights planned for this session.
He's a dwarf with a grudge. This is.
I had some plot and exposition and ruins.
Mm-mm.
She just kind of gives him a little hip shove again. Go eat breakfast.
So, Shelley, he's just saying he wants to be untied.
I kneel on down.
But the veins are bulging and his muscles are tense.
Who is he glaring at right now?
Oh, Vernon, who's walking away.
In
I
that
have to
case,
keep an
I
eye
will
on him to
not
make sure
say
he-
anything.
I do want to keep an eye on him and stay at least within like running distance in case he, you know, tries to fuck up Shelly. Which seems like he might do.
Look, I know you want to be untied. I would too in your shoes. He's a fucking prick. I think we can agree on that. But for the moment, I can't untie you until we get back to camp. We can't afford to be a man down right now.
He
if
rolls
we
himself over, so he's face up now, looking at you, and turns his head, and you see the fucking veins throbbing in his neck. As he then rolls until just his ripped up and mauled ear is in your line of sight.
I know, it was absolute. I was unfortunate.
And then he just
not
rolls
here.
back over to once again
Unfortunately,
stare at Vernon.
Unfortunately, I wasn't here, or I probably would have been able to stop that. So I understand why you're mad at him, because absolutely no, he shouldn't have done any of that. And the other one's a fucking dick as well. So we are on the same page.
No,
I
But,
just wanted some peace and quiet.
no, sustained.
but for the moment, we're gonna need both of them to get back safely. So if we can, at least if you stay calm, when you get back, we'll be able to untie you.
He's not coming down.
I figure.
You want to make words with that noise?
I think I got my idea across.
So what's Rainy and Ginny doing? Ginny, did you ever expect yourself to be one of the responsible ones?
He kind of helped start this. He was there. He was a bystander.
I was a bystander, and I went to find somebody to help me out.
And when he got, pitter patter of feet, he just heard a clong and a crack.
I would have been still doing my watch at this point. So
No, this is morning now. The watch is over.
okay, well, I had my bow out during my watch, so it's still kind of at the ready just in case the thing loses his shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Can I just walk around with a held attack for Uperting?
You're gonna get tired eventually. You gotta close those eyes.
Oh,
Well,
fuck
the
it.
thing
Another
is, I'm
day.
kind of hoping he's a berserker and he's just going to exhaust himself to sleep.
Then he's gonna wake up again.
That is how sleep works, yes.
He's still gonna be mad when he wakes up.
Yeah, but he only removes one level of exhaustion, so he will just exhaust himself right back to sleep.
This kind of seems like torture.
He thought it was a good idea to calm down a panicking, angry man by breaking his skull with an anchor.
I am also an angry, panicking man.
Touche.
You're an adventurer. He's a sailor.
I mean, you got Vernon from the Sailors
Well,
Guild.
he was.
He's not gonna.
I'm busy making sure Selena, Merkwitter, and her husband, King, are prepared to go.
Yeah.
While Scuttles goes. And
Yep, she
catches
seems fine
some-
alert.
That's good.
We're taking Wilberting back bound, right?
Hands bound, feet should be free so we can walk along with
He
us.
will literally run and try and bite you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tackle one of us.
I hope we can.
I think we have to drag him.
I just love the image of Azor and Vernon with their 30 feet of movement just staying 5 feet away from Whooperting the whole time.
We could do that, actually.
Can we move the binding up to his thighs, like just above the knee, so he can't get a full
That's
stride?
a good idea.
It's a little
He
tough
can
just
tank
because
little-
there's not a lot of movement on those legs.
It's okay. It'll
Yeah.
impede his progress a little bit. He can penguin walk.
We're gonna have to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't, eat it loose, though.
You know, it'd be fucked, right?
If we just killed him right here?
Well, that, but also that would be fucked up, and we shouldn't do it. What I
Correct.
was gonna say is if those things come back and we start to run again, and he can't run fast enough,
Survival of the fittest.
it's real Walking Dead hours up in this bitch.
Just sucks. Oh god, what have I done?
Well, really quick before we do set out, we don't see Smoking Man, do we?
Give me a perception check.
This is a mess.
No sign of it. Maybe in the far distance of where you guys were going, but it's fucking far.
Like way out there.
Yeah, it is more than a day's travel.
Okay. So yeah, I will ask. I'll ask Shelly to help me move the binds up to his thighs, just so he doesn't,
It's a little worrying when you
Trying.
touch the thighs. It feels like they're fucking rippling.
Yeah, I would go to help.
Every muscle is tensed and ready.
As we're doing that, I'm just gonna tell him, look, I know you want to get off this island. We want to get off this island. The more of us that are trying to do this, the better off we are. And once we get off this island, you can do whatever the fuck you want to Vernon.
Can I do whatever the fuck I want to him?
And as he flops, that one. As he looks at Azure.
I'm good with that.
Hey, all I wanted was some peace and fucking goddamn quiet. All right, I lied to you. I'm sorry, but some of us needed some sleep. All right,
So you're not sorry.
I am sorry, but
I'm sorry you're sorry.
I had a valid reason. At least I believe so.
He's sorry he got caught.
No, I knew I was gonna get caught. That's not the matter.
It's a good thing Gerald was the captain. Imagine these guys in command.
Yeah, yeah. The entire crew would be
To
dead.
be fair, Gerald was giving me vibes of like sexual harassment up the ass.
He was not a great captain.
He was a very Donald Trump kind of captain.
Oh, fuck no.
Nice.
Now we can't save him.
Look, Whooperton. Whoopi, can I call you Whoopi?
Ellie just looks at him like he's lost his goddamn mind.
I want to pat you on the back for that one. That was good.
Don't touch me.
You see him strain at the bonds,
All right.
and you hear fabric tear a little bit.
Told you this was going to be a problem.
Whooperton, look. I am sorry for lying to you. However, from my point of view, we needed sleep. I get it. You're rightfully angry at me for lying to you. I knew that you were going to find out, and I knew that you were going to be upset. However, point of order. Kind of gesture over to the others. Those people, they're the ones that are going to keep us alive. They need their sleep. Okay? Be pissed at me if you want, but...
Tears start to drip from his eyes.
Oh, buddy, it's okay.
Do you say that?
No. Dear God, no. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Here's your hurt.
He's still furious
what
and
kind of
tense, but
tears?
now he is just crying.
Are they angry tears? Because people do cry when they're
People can
fucking
cry when they're
angry.
angry, yes. You don't know. Like, he's just doing that raspy breathing.
like. How are his eyes? Like, are his brows furrowed, like, still in anger,
Yes.
or did they relax a little bit?
He's
Okay.
Still furrowed.
You know.
Look to Shelly.
Y'all are idiots.
You didn't have to join the party.
Not all of them. Rainey and Ginny have been fine in this.
Oh yeah, no, she doesn't mean them.
Look, I mean...
How do we deal with one whooper of a problem?
Well, that's obviously going to be the session's title.
Nah.
I'm just gonna pull the aside really quick again and for another whisper session.
God
Really,
damn it.
really quick, really quick. This is a short one.
And then I would promptly follow again.
What do you want?
Does
so-
Rainey and Ginny follow as well? Can we make this a group hug?
I'm
I'll-
going to
I'll-
try and
I'll
calm down
stay
the
with
Whooperton a
Whooperton.
bit.
The king follows.
Huh, what's up, King?
Like, I'm part of the group now.
What do you want?
Here's what I'm thinking. So, I mean, I think maybe we'll be able to come to an agreement with
Mhm.
Artie and Whooperting where he doesn't kill us while we're here on the island. Right? But
Mhm.
just, so we're on the same page, when we do get back to civilization, if Whooperting goes after one of us, let's have like a pact here. Like, if he goes for one of us, the other guy comes to help so we don't both die. I think
I'm
we
not
should
gonna
take
lie.
them together. But
For-
maybe
for-
not. Maybe not.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm 90% sure either one of us could take him alone.
Yeah,
But if you need the help, big guy,
We get a glimpse of the future, Whooperting's epilogue. His life savings condensed to one bagful, put on front of a table, in front of a lizard man. I need them dead. And he just takes the coins.
So we have to kill Wooperting first. It's not his name. We need to as soon as we're back on land, we are assassinating Wooperting. Okay, Azure?
I'm not agreeing to that one.
I'll do it for you.
And I'll also make sure to tell him it was your idea.
Shirley just kind of points out we all heard that.
You gonna stop me? As
Yeah.
long as we're here on the island. As long as we're on the island, I won't touch him unless he touches me.
Azure, you feel a tug at your jacket, and the king points down where he's done a triangle in the sand.
I'm just gonna
He looks excited.
I'm gonna pretend to nod knowingly to him, like approving or whatever. But I have absolutely no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Then he draws another triangle on top of it, deeper this time. It's a little bigger, more lopsided.
I think he's trying to help you make a pact.
Is it, you gonna help us?
And then he draws a weird symbol in the middle. It looks kind of like, do you know Infernal or Abyssal?
Whichever one comes baseline with Tiefling.
Infernal, then. Yeah, it looks a little bit like a letter in an Infernal.
What letter?
Well, I
The
mean,
letter H.
if they have like confirmations, like we'll say an F.
Respect. Poor Wooperting.
In Infernal, I'm just gonna start speaking. Do you know Infernal? Is that like a method that we could speak to one another?
His head tilts.
No, didn't think so.
He does speak common though, doesn't he? I mean, he just doesn't have the vocal cords to reproduce it, right?
Gonna look over to his wife. Can you translate here? I'm lost.
Oh, she's way back with Rainey and Wooperting. She didn't come with him.
Oh, fun. So it's an F.
F is for friends to do stuff together.
Then he puts his finger at one point of a triangle and starts to draw a wavy line, and he keeps doing that all the way back to his wife.
Does he want our help with her soul losing problem?
What?
Then he starts jumping. Then he starts jumping back along the wavy line, removing some of it with his foot by just smoothing it over. Before he's right back with you guys.
Did Jimmy see this?
Yeah, you all see it. Like it's not hiding anything.
Yeah.
Should we follow him?
No, he's just right up to you guys. He's right back
Would
to his...
I have heard Azure trying to speak to him in Infernal?
Yeah, if you could understand. Well, you know he's speaking a different language.
I'll just come up to Azure. Is that a language?
Yeah.
And is that a language? And I'll point at what he drew in the sand.
It's like a letter.
Kind
More
of. It's
so.
not really finished.
Yeah.
I will.
I like go down and like finish the letter.
At which point he quickly smooths it out, and then looks kind of
Okay.
aggressive at you.
Hold up my hand. Like, oh, sorry. Okay, cool.
I will turn to his wife and ask her, where did he learn that?
Oh, I mean, he's told me so many stories, and it's always hard to place them all together. I mean, maybe he's been through the hells before. He could have done. They live very deep down, but sometimes on the surface too. It's hard to place where he might have been before. Her head's just all over the place.
I'll ask her, what is he trying to tell us?
Oh, well, he's a very deep thinker and broad, and he understands the cosmos altogether and the great dark secrets of the things that will one day eat us. I don't know.
I kind of figured.
I believe him intrinsically.
I'm not getting shit from this guy, am I? He's not saying anything. He's just...
I mean, I'm really dumb. Can I try to communicate with him on a really stupid level? Like, tune my brain even further
I mean,
down?
you did when you also worshipped your mall.
Yeah, I mean, I want to try to...
But yeah, you're trying to assess it. All right, roll me intelligence.
Okay. Let's go. Come on, I have a -1. I wish I had a larger minus. Where the fuck is intelligence? There it is. Very middling.
You're too rational. Like, you're thinking, it could be a pattern thing. Maybe this is like a constellation thing. I mean, they look at the sky sometimes. Or, it's wavy, so ocean. Yeah, ocean. And no, he put some parts in it. You don't put parts out of the ocean. Fuck it.
Shit, here, quick. Somebody choke me out for like a minute until I can see stars, and then I think I can do this again.
Hey, come over here.
Yeah, I think Whooperton would be.
You can't kill me. You just have to get me very close to passing out.
Okay, I'll do it.
I think you'd appreciate that.
I
I'll do
will
it.
I will turn Wooperting so that he can see this.
He can watch.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reach the deepest parts of my consciousness.
At that point, the two of them realize they're not enemies. Not in this. Today they shared something special, and they opened a dark door.
At this point, I would promptly start strangling him as per his request.
Yes.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. I heard that you could do this once, so
We're
Well-
devolving.
I think Alex Jones used to talk about doing this. Like it's a meme, right? I don't know.
Roll me an athletics check.
Am I resisting, or can I just?
No,
not?
you're giving up to it. This is how much pressure
I
she's
think you
doing.
said you want to choke you out.
And now roll me a con, but you're doing a disadvantage, Vernon. Because you're giving in.
Yes.
He is a thick fucker.
His neck is about the size of his waist.
Like, she's pressing, and you're seeing some blood shift under the skin, but you're not quite at tourniquet pressure yet.
I am not seeing stars.
But if he's really given up, it starts to occur. Roll me a con again, Vernon.
There we go.
Too far. Vernon, you lose consciousness.
Yes.
I look at Whooperting.
She just kind of shrugs and goes, "Oopsie."
There's the littlest bit of a smile, but he's still furious because he knows he's still breathing.
He's probably more mad that he didn't get to do it himself.
Oh, I would have been dead.
At this point, I go back to breakfast.
Vernon's
I'm
just
just gonna
lying
take the
there,
time,
unconscious on the ground.
Can I take this time to short rest?
If they leave you for an hour.
Please leave me for an hour.
I probably wouldn't do that. Stop.
Nope. I
Stop.
would have.
I have 8 health. I'm going to die. It's probably for the best if I do.
Yeah, it's fine. Slap him in the face a little bit.
What makes you think you've still got 8 health after being choked out?
I mean, you didn't say I didn't take any damage. I'm actually like reset to 1 HP because I went under.
Nah, you're at 8. This is a willful thing. She didn't have to fucking crush your throat to do it.
Yeah, it was
I
like non-lethal
will-
damage.
help bring him back.
I mean, the easier way was also, there's an ocean right beside you.
Ah.
I could have drowned him, yeah.
No.
No, we soaked down one of his skirts and put it on his face. We just waterboard him.
I mean,
It couldn't happen to a more deserving person in this group, let's be fair here.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like a bear.
I just love the idea of him. What's this crazy fucking symbols? Choke me out until I'm weird enough to think about it.
Yep. Vernon is intelligent.
You could also get, from blood loss, if someone wants to stab you a little bit.
I mean, I am kind of low on health.
You
Anyway.
could get lightheaded from that.
While Vernon is passed out, I'm gonna look at.
I have an idea.
I'm gonna look at the fish guy and his wife, and
yeah.
like looking for a reaction.
He is busy drawing a pattern around Vernon's body. At first it looks like a wavy sun. But then he starts adding sharp points to some of the tips.
wait, what?
Yeah,
Like
like
draws.
the lines out of a wavy sun.
Mm-hmm.
But he starts to add like various points and tips to each of the rays.
Like arrows.
Yep. Then he walks up
know what,
between
here's
Vernon's legs and steps on his nut.
Oh.
You're awake now, Vernon.
Ah!
It wasn't. He's so light, He looks
it's
tubby,
probably
but he's
weird
just
to
mainly an
find.
air bladder. It hurts like hell, but at least it didn't crush or squeeze.
Yeah. think I have an idea of what's going on here.
Had an epiphany when
But
You're
also,
down, and then you're
as you rise
punch.
screaming, he throws sand on you.
Why?
And then
Your
he
Highness.
does his big fishy clap. Before going down on his knees. Luckily, he takes a few steps back before doing that.
Oh god.
And then starts to burble again, with a real sort of froth developing down his face in front.
Your Highness, what the hell is going on?
I think he's praying for you.
You see his
That's
eyes
nice.
roll back in his head, and it's just whites now.
He's trying to fix you.
That would be great if I could not be like this. I think
So
I
what are you
know
guys
all these
doing now?
lines.
How is Rainey calming down Whipperting? That was what she stated she was doing.
At this point, I think strangling out Vernon would have done wonders for him.
He did seem to enjoy it, yes. Still angry because Vernon's not dead, but you know. It's a start.
Yeah.
It's a bad time for the intelligent people to be passive in the group.
It's less of being passive and more of just, how the fuck do you respond to this?
Why am I allowed to do anything?
The king falls back as well in the same pose you were in, Vernon.
I think I know what's going on here. I think I got this. I figured this out.
He's just crazy.
No. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
What is he saying?
Well, I mean, I have an out of character total idea, but Vernon has no fucking idea what's going on. I mean, he's saying it, he does.
Roll intelligence. Yep. Too rational.
I think I need to shave my head.
Yeah. Can you not interpret for us if there's anything going on, or is he just lost it?
I'll figure this out eventually.
His eyes then snap back into position. He gets up and runs to his wife. And they cuddle.
I'm gonna lay back down.
That's some relationship goals.
Finish your ritual and go straight to your girl.
The temptation for me to just walk into the sea, never to come back up.
I mean, you could you could walk along the bottom eventually and get
Yeah.
somewhere.
Azura and Shelly
Unless
have a
it's-
chance. It's just, it's a big ocean, and you don't know what direction to go in.
Yeah.
To be fair, she could probably ask for directions.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
also possible
At this point, has he agreed to just come back to the camp with us?
Well, he's on his front, and his legs have only been slightly unbound.
Hey, I will help him up so he can stand.
As he
We're
stands
gonna
up,
go back to the camp, but like Shelly told you, we need each other to live. And if you want to get off this island, you need us too.
he doesn't look at you. You also see he's a bit scalded on his front because he's been laying on the hot sand that long. He doesn't look at you. He doesn't nod, but he starts to walk into the direction of the camp.
Okay. That's a start.
Through Vernon.
What do you mean through Vernon?
In the direction of Vernon.
Vernon is
Going
laying there in the
Vernon.
direction he is intending to go.
He's gonna ruin the king's art.
He's gonna step on your nuts as he walks back to camp.
I'm gonna probably roll out of the way.
As if he approaches Vernon, I'm just gonna be like, around.
He just stops.
Well, he'll move once we're
And,
moving out.
and now that he's standing up, you can just see the great heave of his shoulders up and down from his breathing. But if Vernon
So are we all
moves, Whooperting starts moving again towards the ships. But anytime Vernon is in his way, he approaches Vernon or will stop when told.
I'm gonna
Shall we
stay behind him.
return-
He keeps walking.
Well, all right then. That went well.
It went.
It went.
Yes.
For a brief time, you see Selena carrying the king.
Over the shoulders, like a baby.
Sitting on her shoulder.
Huh. Is she also carrying the maul, or can I be carrying that at this point?
No, I'm
I
not
would
carrying it.
assume
You're not carrying it
you are
either.
now.
It's back there.
Where
We
did
were
it go?
sleeping.
I would have picked it up.
It's very cool in the hands.
And it's stylish.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And it has a cool name. What was the full name again? It was a,
Scroll up.
no, I mean, Blurble, there was like a pre-title to it, wasn't there?
The Wave Crasher or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
The Wave Crasher Blurble Spurt. And without incident, you guys return to the defile of
Without
wreckage. Well, considering
Without-
you all keep...
Further in.
Yeah, if you keep walking and keep Azor and Vernon behind Whooperting, he just keeps marching to the camp.
Look,
Does he look back? Like, try
No.
to see where. Okay.
here's the thing. My thing was not nearly as bad as his.
He's
I don't know why.
You
Just
betrayed his trust.
You broke an
Oh,
oath.
It wasn't an oath. It was a little itty bitty little.
You were
You
you offered to
promised.
assist him with his mortal enemy. That's an oath for a dwarf.
Ugh.
You gotta think about what he's also thinking about.
Touchy bastard.
But you return.
Oh god.
Dee-ba-doo. Not a lot has changed. Apart from the smell's worse. From LaFanfish's little area. There is a big stockpile of food now.
Ah, fantastic.
And look, and you see one of the sailor humans actually having, like, they went against orders. They did dismantle from one of the wrecks, but it was obviously one of the completely fucked ones. And he started putting up some shelving.
Mm.
Not gonna sweat that.
The fanfish just a raise of the hand, still dripping with shit, and he goes back to work.
I'm curious to their reaction to our two new friends.
They are tense, but they also know you guys are fucking insane, and they're not going to press their luck. They saw what happened with Whooperting.
Now he's
Yeah.
back with the food with the ear, I
Especially
think.
now that Whooperting doesn't have an ear.
Yeah, and he's bound up as he's hobbling along with you guys as you march him back.
He's our employee. He
You're
literally
not
works
giving a
for
good
us.
impression here of the workplace safety.
Ah, this is great.
This is fine.
LaFanfish looks up at the king, then the woman, then back to work.
Everyone, this is the king.
The... What?
Just trust me.
Not our king. Just
He's
the
a king. He's a king, but he's the only king here that we have, so he's the king.
I'm still asking what?
Just it's
From the pretty
There's
Catwoman
much.
instead, maybe? Instead of the devil
Huh?
and...
Do
Miss
what?
Cat? What? Pio?
Yeah, fair.
You've shown yourself to be slightly okay.
okay. They're very nice.
The woman and the Kuatoa are apparently married, and he is the king of his people.
He gave me this stick.
Is he safe?
Yes. He is like one of those that if you would hold up your hand to say 2 for flinching, he would flinch.
All right. You hear a bit of murbling from them if you want to hear what they're whispering about. Someone roll a perception if you want to listen.
Part of me wants to know. The other part of me doesn't.
Well, are you going to roll or not?
I am. I know.
So does Ginny. Because they're not really, they're just talking quietly among each other. They're not trying to hide it that much. As the less brawny ones of them just says, "That was me when I was a kid. For years that happened." Yeah, no, I was the one who would do that sort of thing. From the bigger one, obviously. Oh, not to you, of course, mate. Yeah, I know, we didn't know each other until about a month ago. Yeah. I would have done, though.
Rough month. Anyway, hey, LaFanfish.
Yes,
How's it going?
it's not moving.
What?
You were going.
Oh, god damn it. No, how is your work going? How is the crafting going?
Tilts his head up for a moment as if he's trying to process it. Ah, yes. I have made things. I have here a second bow. It looks a little better.
That's good.
The roof found bird. So now arrows.
That's fantastic.
There are some. You look at them, they're mostly made of bone.
That's fine.
But you do now have 12 arrows.
And 2 bows.
12 arrows each or 12 arrows
Total.
total? Okay. Well, I have 4, so if you want to take more of these arrows, that's fine.
Yeah, you can take them all. I got melee weapon now.
Well, I mean, you could always have a bow on your shoulder. You don't use a shield.
True.
I've also made protection for your soft skins. And it would cover your chest and shoulders as leather armor. It's just that your arm goes through the open mouth of a Sahagwin's dried face.
Jesus.
It's been made from them.
I'm so
Yeah,
glad you wear armor.
I kind of wish I did now.
So, who needs some armor?
Took many layers. If you kill more, I can make more, but that is good parts.
About how far away was the fire newts?
I mean, over a day's travel.
Okay, that's not
So
worth it.
that's the
Do you want the armor? Or if Shelly wants the armor?
Oh, yeah, I can get the armor.
Yeah, because we forgot Ginny actually has armor.
Quick
Or
question.
is it Ginny or is it Rainey who's got the leather armor on?
I think
Yes.
yeah, I've just got the outfit.
Yes, Blue who has not fur. Because you said you wanted to ask a question, Azur?
Oh, that was to you as the DM.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
How far is the next person? Like, is it just me and LaFanfish right here right now, or is there people nearby?
Well,
I assume we're all there congregated.
yeah, place yourselves. As you might imagine, Whipperting has been guiding himself along to go back to the temple.
That's fine.
I would have grabbed arrows and probably walked away, so I guess I'm back on the ship.
It's up to you guys.
I'm just gonna hang my legs off the side here and.
I would not get anywhere near that.
Well, okay, yeah. Let's start
You
out
should go
down.
hang your
like
leg off the
over
side.
here. or over here.
I'm part of the gang.
Maybe on that boat.
I think
can
you've
still
shown
go
you're
to
part of
the
a
boat,
gang, probably not an adventuring one.
I guess I'll just follow Uber thing into the temple.
No. No.
How safe?
If you try, Shelly will go to try to stop you.
I'm not actually gonna murder him. I said I wouldn't kill him on the island.
Yeah, don't follow him. Don't
We
start
haven't
it.
have we untied him?
No.
No.
So
We're not
so
either.
He's walking to the temple right now.
Yes. And he's going to stay that way. We're not untying him.
The best way to calm him down, let's break his legs to limit his mobility.
Yes.
We
Ah,
can
that's what I
untie
should've
him
done.
after he's fully seated by Procane, and Vernon is nowhere nearby.
I do not consent to having him untied in the camp where I sleep.
One of the smaller sailors, the one who apologized, just sort of awkwardly shifts himself along. Still, it's a bit rough being bollock naked, and you can see that there are some garments placed near Lefanfish, but they've all been made out of Sahagwin. But yeah, he just sails along and then just try not to go to his full height or anything, just a wave to Rainey and Shelley. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Just thought I'd stretch my legs for a bit. As he slowly turns a little bit to the right so he can't just look down. Yeah, nice to see you're back. Safe and sound.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right then. And then he's just quiet. He does have a nice tattoo on him, though. It's a very shiny anchor with a dolphin wrapped around it. But, like an intentionally one, as if it was moving that way.
Actually, not a bad sailor's tattoo.
Well, got the piss taken out of me for it, actually. People look at a
Why?
dolphin and think it's soft, They like sharks or whales, big things.
But no, dolphins are no, they're not. They can be jerks.
As you remember the gif with a dolphin and a fish head, yes.
Yeah, if anybody would know that dolphins can be jerks, she would know dolphins can be jerks.
Yeah, probably has an X.
Not to mention, I mean, they're very virile.
And the worst one was that fucking clownfish. I mean, a few in his neighborhood died, and now I'm having to have a girlfriend. I don't want that responsibility. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I just thought they looked neat when they were jumping about.
Well, yeah, they do. They actually are really pretty.
Yeah. He can't look at you two. Once you mentioned virile, he just can't look over.
Is there movement down below?
Oh,
There is, but only from Vernon, and it's pulsing.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant.
It's a visible throb.
It's the opposite of virile. It's what happens when.
If you ever played an old SNES or Sega game where there just happened to be a biomass kind of monster, it's kind of looking like that.
Gross.
I'm gonna kill Uber King, even if I do it right now.
Could be worse. At least he wasn't armed.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been better if he had been caught coming into the camp, but
he was caught.
Twice.
As far as the party knows.
Yes.
Hey.
that isn't
Anyway.
indeed what happened.
Hey, LeFanfish.
Yes.
What do we have as far as weaponry for those who are staying here? I imagine you guys need some form of protection, correct?
More shit spears. Can get through to find more materials. Will main no bows. Birds hard catch here. I
Okay.
can make no swords, just spears, javelins. Could make bow, but thing looks weak. As he points to the cave fisher he's been drinking from constantly.
How
Is
much
there
more food
anything
is
that-
replenished?
That's the point. It hasn't been replenishing as quick as he's been drinking.
Is there
Yes.
anything that you need for us to particularly hunt down to help you with that?
Metal, bodies, bones. I just need materials. All here is just wood, and wood is okay, is not good. I just need more. He would not make good weapon, as he points to the king.
No. He makes great weapons. Just I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to do that.
No, I mean, if I ripped him apart piece by piece, none piece would be good. Skeleton too soft, muscles too weak, hide too thin. No good.
Well, that's good. Let's keep him alive. He's the king.
Her bones, as he points at Selena, I could use some. Leg bones good. Can reinforce my club.
What about our dwarven friend? What about dwarven
All
bone?
right. All right.
The
Just out
dwarf
of
bones
curiosity.
are said to be very good, very dense, heavy. Could make good bludgeon.
All right, Burning. Go to the timeout corner.
But
Fucking go.
Simon said no.
And we all do what Simon says.
Yes.
Yeah, you fucking do.
Otherwise, you get dishonor points. Ooh. I think dishonor points are going to come back to bite me a lot harder than I think they are. That just sentence didn't make any sense, did it?
And with that, the party now gets to think about what they're going to do next. Because we've been... It's 3 hours now. It's time to end the session, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
But it's very fun.
But
Like I said, I had a
spiraling
couple
out
of
control.
fights and lore planned, and then it all just became about the dwarf.
Yeah.
Things talked about during the session. John Bobbitt's penis.
What?
Yeah, that was the dude who
Feet,
woke up to find his girlfriend had sliced his dick off.
Oh,
Wife.
yeah.
wife.
Wife, yeah. And
Oh.
it was his girlfriend that caused the problem.
Ah.
Then she
Yeah.
drove out and threw it out of
Then
the
he
car
did a
window.
porn called Frankenpenis.
Yep. But yeah, she drove off, chucked it out a window, and they found it and got it reattached.
He's
That's
very lucky they found it.
nothing about that is lucky. I wouldn't go around saying like my lucky
They
people
could
at
have
this
been
point.
gone forever.
But yeah, on that fun note, that'll be the end of tonight's session.
God, we're a terrible party. We're so evil.
No. Two of the party are fucking horrendous.
It is exactly what you would expect.
Yep.